keep it real. If you really don't trust me, come with a real. He here been a front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come with a dank, scrolling that tank, rolling with the gang. You sit and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
What up and welcome to Whatever Waits Live on WoodsportsCom. I'm Eazy.
Hello.
Joined by Raxter.
What
Young
up, though?
Chris. No Nicholas Kohloff.
Yeah. He got fired for being a bitch.
Yeah, he's fired for that break he tried transitioning to last.
Yeah. He tried to clear out and run the show.
All right, so one thing I'm very prideful in, especially among our counterparts, is that Spinny and I kind of started this thing on our own. We wanted to be on the network as a show.
Mm-hmm.
That was the idea, that we were going to be on the network as a show. But when we came up with the show plan, we did a show with Ariel fucking Hawani, by the way.
Yeah, first show. Still
Legends for that one. We made this, we did it, and then we bring it to the higher ups, and we're like, yo, when we post it on Woodward Sports, and like, we're not posting you fucking losers on Woodward Sports. No one knows who the fuck you are. So we were like, a little butthurt, because that's like why we came here. This is what we came here to be. And it's like, okay, fine. We'll just keep posting it. We'll make our own channel, do our own shit. And then through you guys, shout out to you guys, especially the day ones, supported us enough to, from our own channel, they decided to move the heavyweights onto regular programming.
Yes, your regularly scheduled programming.
And so we kind of got out the bottom.
Mama, we made it.
And now we got the next generation in the building.
Yes.
All right, the Yin and Yang podcasts, who are trying to do the same thing. Now I got who's Yin and who's Yang. That's what I need to know.
He's definitely Ying. Look at his eyes.
Yeah,
that is Ying.
Okay, I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it.
That's crazy.
We got
all right,
Korean
that's
Jesus
fine.
Ying in the Maz chair. We got our guy Joel in the sound booth hooking
AKA
up.
Yang.
AKA Yang.
By the way, I've met Joel twice now. Quite the character.
Joel's the man, dude.
So I'm excited to check out this.
Absolute beauty.
That's like
I'm
a
excited to check out
perfect
this
way to
podcast.
describe me. That's a perfect way to
By the way,
describe me.
you asked for my thing, and I didn't realize I need the thing. Does yours work?
Can't you plug it into the...
I'll try. Joel, introduce yourself to the people real quick.
Yeah, so wait. All right, yeah, bro. How should I start? All right, yeah, boom. I just graduated from Michigan State.
Shout out. Go green.
Journalism major. Go white.
Go blue.
Nah, not really.
You didn't even go to you can't do that.
Yeah,
You didn't go.
I won't say what I was about to say, but anyway.
No, say what you
Say, hey, this is no filter.
Say it.
I was gonna call him a Walmart Wolverine. He
Oh.
said he didn't like that.
Hey.
Hey, whatever you think, it's okay. I've been a fan since I could walk, and I fell in love with football because of Michigan, so I don't really give a fuck.
Anyways, I'm from the east side of Detroit, 7 Mile. Yeah, no, I'm here to just talk shit. Have
Hey, just
fun.
don't call him a State fan. You gotta just call him a Spartan.
Spartan
No,
dog.
Yeah, on God.
Spartan.
We,
It means
through and
more.
through. We
It
through
means
and through.
more, bro.
Yeah, no, God.
Yeah,
We through and through.
means more.
But yeah, no,
I mean,
I'm
it
just here to
does.
talk
They
shit,
went
have
there.
fun. I really feel like I really know this shit about sports. And yeah, no, I'm just a cool nigga. Like to just sit back, chill. And yeah, that's just me.
He's the future of WSN.
Future WSN for sure.
But I meant that not. I mean, the future of WSN, yes, but also like future. The way he just was talking in there, the voice, he got the raspiness.
The future?
Yeah,
Hey,
like future.
Future's the GOAT, so that's
Yeah.
a good compliment.
Appreciate it.
Well, I'm happy to have you guys on the
Appreciate
show.
you guys joining the show.
I hope you guys look back on this moment with fond memories and
I do. I already appreciate everything that you guys have done. So
hell yeah.
What's up to heavyweights?
definitely
You guys are
appreciate
goated.
y'all for sure.
I think we were the first ones to put you on mic, weren't we?
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, at the draft.
At the draft party. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Korean Jesus.
I was
That's all
telling Joel he should have came out to the draft party. We've just been vibing since then.
Yeah.
Were you an intern back then?
I was hired, but I was still finishing school, so I was up in East Lansing. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I'm happy to have you guys here, man. Don't fuck up. No, I'm playing.
Yeah, this is your shot. Don't fucking blow it. No.
Don't fucking
We
blow
got
it.
a lot to talk about today. Obviously, the news of yesterday with the Pistons hiring their president of basketball operations. We got Khalid joining the show. Really excited for that. The VMix is in
Cool.
Slack. Yeah, if you want to send that to him. I just got to get this off my chest first because obviously we had our initial breakdown.
George
of what
Bush hates
happened.
black people.
Yeah, George Bush does not care about black people. No, we had our initial breakdown of Trajan Langdon.
One more time for one time.
Trajan Langdon. Trajan Langdon was hired yesterday as the Pistons president of basketball operations. I fucked up saying his name. Said it a couple times. All these pussies on Twitter are talking about, oh, you guys don't know ball. You guys don't know Trajan Langdon. You don't remember him from Duke. First of all, I don't give a fuck if he played at Duke when I was 2 years old. That is not why he got hired for this job. What I do know him from is being the GM of the Pelicans, which is why he got hired to run this basketball team. Not because he knocked down some threes at Duke. That is not why he got this job. He got this job because he was the GM of the Pelicans, because he drafted guys like Trey Murphy, and he drafted guys like Herb Jones, and he signed unrestricted free agents like Jose Valderrado, and made trades for Brandon Ingram and different players like that. So before you come at me for shit like that, he didn't get this job because he was playing at Duke when I was 2 years old. And secondly, all of those rebuttals on Twitter, none of you have told me my take was wrong. So you want to talk shit about me not knowing his name, not knowing how to pronounce his name? That's fine. I butchered it. I said I'd butcher it. But guess what? I am not trusting this hire. Unless he goes in, which is what I said yesterday, and his first order of business is to fire everybody who had a hand in forming this team and building this team. You know why? Because the guys up top, the Tellums and Tom Gores, have not given us a single move to better this team. They have not provided us with any evidence that they will make the right decision. So you guys having blind faith that, oh, they're finally going to get it right on their 6th hire, on their 12th move to make this team better, that's on you. I don't have that blind faith. The evidence they provided for me is they don't know what the fuck they're doing. And when they hire guys who, this is also what I heard, Eazy, oh, he's got a great track record. He's very well respected in basketball communities. You know who else had a great track record and was very well respected in basketball communities? Troy Weaver. You know who else had a great track record and was very respected in basketball communities? Monty Williams. When you bring in good basketball minds like Troy Weaver, like Monty Williams, and like Trajan Langdon, but they are handcuffed because the people above them don't allow them to do what they want, it results in failure. It results in a guy being the scapegoat, being the mouthpiece, and being the excuse for Arn and Ed Tellum. So if you think this is going to be different because, oh, I don't know, they just woke up, Tom Gores said, hey, I woke up, we're going to do it different now. Now I actually care. I'm not just about revitalizing the community. I care about winning basketball games. That's on you. I'll believe it when I fucking see it. I'll believe it when they start winning games. Until then, don't give me that bullshit about, oh, it's going to be different this time. This third guy we bring in, he's going to be the game changer. They'll let him do what he wants. And like I said yesterday, no disrespect on Trajan Langdon. He is a great man, I'm sure. He knows a lot more about basketball than I do. But when you're handcuffed by the people above you, there is nothing you can do. Troy Weaver is a good basketball mind. Monty Williams is a good basketball mind. You want all of them ran out of town because the sins of their, I don't even know, of their employers, the sins of the men above them, the Tellums and Tom Gores pulling the strings and not letting these guys cook. And as of right now, this is just another situation of that being a fact. So, Trajan Langdon, I appreciate you. I hope the best for you. But as long as Arm and Ed Tellum and Tom Gores are the ones really pulling the strings, the Pistons will be a lottery team.
They do not deserve the benefit of the doubt. They've done nothing to deserve the benefit of the doubt. He has to show us. I mean, that's what it is. I get people are fans, and I get when they tune into shows like this that they want like their bias confirmed. But I can't do that with this organization. I can't do this with this organization specifically that's tied to anything to do with Arn Tellum. I mean, since he's been an addition to the Detroit Pistons, their record is 255 wins to their 457 losses.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The people are like, why is it a bad thing? Do you guys remember this guy? I think it's John, was it John Long or Lang? Remember the power forward we signed? The tall ass, like white dude? He's supposed to be
John Lure.
John Lure. Thank you.
Yes.
You remember that contract?
Yeah.
Played what? Like 13 games for us, probably tops. Like those are the type of contracts. These are the things that tie the negativity to Arn Tellum.
Mm-hmm.
He has to go out there and prove it. The other thing too, all right, and with all due respect, the Pelicans, their core, I'd say, is Brandon Ingram.
Yes.
Zion when healthy.
Yes.
Once upon a time, Lonzo Ball. But all those things
CJ McCollum.
were before.
Well, no,
CJ McCollum that took part of it. He was assistant general manager, but David Griffin was there when they made the trade with Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
And that's when they got Brandon Ingram and all of them. 2019, if I'm not mistaken, is when Langdon took over, which you can give him credit for Herb Jones. Give him credit for the guy.
Trey Murphy.
And what's the one to the Mexican dude?
Alvarado.
Alvarado.
Grand Theft Alvarado.
And then I guess a trade for CJ McCollum. Because he's part of it when healthy, when he's able to go. But let me ask you this. What have the Pelicans done? Right?
Dick.
Like you guys already want to like be, and I'm not even trying to call anybody gobblers already, but you guys want to like side or choose this guy as your champion already without seeing anything. What have the Pelicans done for you to like, he's respect, like what have they done? Not
losing the play-in.
Thank you. I rest my case. It's very much on both sides, by the way, if you want to put it that way. I just feel like there's obviously more evidence with Tom Gores and Arm making horrible fucking decisions. Obviously, I think there's more evidence on our side than there is a positive side. But I mean, Chris,
before we get to Chris,
yeah.
we are going to have a full segment on this
for sure
coming up next. Where Chris, this was just me addressing the haters on Twitter last night. You guys can lick my balls.
Well, that's the other thing too. What people do is, and I get it, right? Like the guys that cut our clips have to cut clips. They have to cut the controversial stuff. This is a clip. It's just like it's really a minute 20 worth of what we had to say.
Yeah,
like there was much more said by everyone.
And the best part was none of them disagreed with the take. None of them provided a reason why it was wrong. They're just like, you don't even know how to say his name? No, I didn't look up the phonetic spelling. And no, I don't remember a Duke basketball player when I was 2 years old. Where was it? Chef Talks Lions Goat in the chat said, I think Testosterone Langoon was a good hire. Tip Drill Lancashire will do a fantastic job. Yeah. Shout out, I don't even know. NyQuil Rangoon. I think he's going to be a great addition to the Pistons front office.
Pasta Fazul, man. I got big things expected for him. Chris, every time you're gone, something big happens. Yeah, have you noticed that yet? Oh, rookie, you got to turn his mic on. God damn.
I'd like to address the clipping thing though, because I do cut the clips.
There's nothing wrong with
for
no,
two
there's
shows.
That. You guys
for two shows, and I will say I cut whatever is the most controversial thing possible, that's what gets views, hate or like.
Yeah, no, you're supposed to.
That's what I'm supposed to do. That's what I'm instructed to do. So that's what's gonna be. So you got to watch the whole thing if you want to see what's actually cooking.
Yeah, for sure. And we've had these arguments before. Me and Eazy have both had our run-in with Pistons Twitter.
This thumbnail's wild.
The thumbnail is it is cursed. But Pistons Twitter is legit. Yeah.
Oh my god,
that thumbnail is cursed. But Pistons Twitter is the softest, most fanboy Twitter out of all the Detroit
for sure
sports.
And the crazy shit about it, bro, I have ties, not ties like I know people within. No, we do know people within an organization, but. We got to witness a championship. Half the people on Twitter that are trying to kill you over takes, which, by the way, how's Jaden Ivey looking now? But half these people like fucking 12, 16. Like, you guys haven't even lived through any glory days, like even know Pistons basketball. Like, truly what it is to its roots. But without further ado, I just want to let Chris know this is your last day here because big news pops when you're gone.
We're gonna go to break, and then Chris will be back with his take, his first take on air about the Pistons hiring their new president of basketball operations, Trajan Langdon. Or Trajan Langdon.
Pasta Fazul.
Let me tell you guys about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full-body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all this for just $30 a month or $10 a month. No commitment. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by, more than 15 in Metro Detroit, and thousands more throughout the world. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes?
Where does the 30
You should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
What's up, everybody? Neil Rule, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, home of the Planet Fitness Studios. Let me tell you a little personal story about myself with Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness helped me change my life, and it can do the same for you. The best gym in the gym game. The clean facilities, tons of cardio equipment, tons of weights as well. And look, through all the price increases, inflation, all that, hasn't happened at Planet Fitness. Still $1 down, $10 per month, $24.99 a month for the Black Card as well. It's Planet Fitness, everybody, where your fitness is essential.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
528.
Of the same old Detroit sports
Merch.
head on over to woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab today. They got hoodies, tees, hats, all that, guaranteed to turn
Was
heads.
it the merch?
woodwardsports.com. Click the shop tab today.
What
Get
is
yourself
the
some
merch?
brand new merch.
Oh, them kids.
What up, though? Welcome
Kids.
back to the World Heavyweights live at WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my guy Mailbaaaaag.
What up, though?
Young Chris. We got Yin and Yang in the building joining us. We were speaking on Detroit Pistons hiring Trayvon Lawrence or Takeshi Lippner.
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence as the new president of the organization. Chris, you were gone.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm assuming you're on the negative side of things. I don't know. How do you feel about the hiring?
I mean, yeah, the only way you can spin it positively is if, Armtelm trusts this guy so much he's going to give him control. But what in the history of power dynamics ever, did somebody ever secede power? Especially someone like Armtelm who's built his way to his position that he's at. You don't build that by giving up power. So that's the only way you could argue it as a positive, because he has the basketball resume. Like, if you go through the basketball resume, think about what a Pistons GM needs to do. You need to be, number one, you need to be a great drafter. You need to be a great trader, because free agency signing is not something you can count on if you're the Detroit Pistons, if you're this organization. And he checks both those boxes. He checks the ability to do both of those things. He's executed good trades. He's made good draft picks. Now, I will say his time as a San Antonio Spurs scout, not that great. I mean, you really don't. All you have is Kyle Anderson to take from that cluster. But overall, I mean, he has the resume of a very good GM. He's a capable hire. He's a good hire. But like Spencer said, it's the infrastructure. That's the thing. It doesn't matter how good you are. Stan Van Gundy, another great basketball mind that's been in this building, and he wasn't able to get it done either. Now, partly because of doing two roles, but also because the organizational structure is what it is. It's been there. I said this yesterday on Twitter when Spencer tweeted, he tweeted sarcastically about this Piston hire, and I said, it's not the time for jokes. I'm genuinely upset. This man, Armtelm, has a pitcher sitting next to Tobias Harris. That should make every Piston fan pissed off, because that's how long this guy has been in the shadows, making moves, making decisions. Where has this team been since Tobias Harris has been
dog shit
on the Pistons? Terrible.
Yes.
And that's the only common denominator. That is the only common denominator is Armtelm and Gores. Yeah. That's it. I think you can't be too excited about this hire. I'm sorry. I love the talent. I think he's a great GM, but you can't trust it until it's proven.
There is another common denominator, and that is Alyssa's pretty fine. But
that is a common denominator.
Everybody know that already.
We all know that already. She a fine,
We've been on that.
But the Pistons, why do you have faith? Why do you have faith in this regime? Like all these people, just wait, they'll get it right.
Yeah.
No, they fucking won't, man. How many chances are you gonna get them? Like, fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me, you don't get fooled again.
Fool me can't be fooled again.
Can't be fooled again. Like, honestly though, there is nothing. There is not a singular move you can point at from this front office and be like, oh, they are building us on the path to success. No, they're fucking bums. They don't know what they're fucking doing. And they've consistently driven this team into the gutter. And now you're like, oh, they'll get it right this time. I promise. And again, no disrespect to Tyrannosaurus
Rex.
Yeah, Tyrannosaurus lobotomy. Yeah. But I just think that this team is so far gone because of the people who are running the show, who are truly running the show. What I wanted more than anything, what a competent franchise, what a competent owner would have done after this season was clean house. The first move should have been to clean house. Get rid of everybody, because when you get into the office day one of last season and you tell us, hey, we're done rebuilding. We're ready to win. We're going to go out there. We're going to compete. We're trying to win. And you win 14 fucking games? That is an objective failure. The entire staff should have been fired. Anybody who had a hand in building this team should have been fired. But instead, you bring in another guy. If he fires everybody, okay, that's a good step. If not, it's just fucking a hamster on a stupid cycle.
Right. But that's the thing is it's still not cleaning house. They're making it seem like they're cleaning house, but we've all pointed out that it's not cleaning house until the telems are gone. Like that you're selling false goods. But there is one thing. There's one other positive thing you can bring from this hire. He might bring a little. That's a stated obvious. We've already been over that. But the one positive thing you can bring is maybe he gives a little bit of that lottery luck. You know, he was a part of that staff that brought in Zion, where the Pelicans jumped from 9-1. Like
that's a positive thing right there. I'll tell you that. That's the best thing you can do. That's the best thing you can do. That is a lot. There's a
lot
of
positivity.
Lots of positivity in the building.
Joel, how you feeling about this, man?
About what, the Pistons?
Yeah.
Bro, I've been done with
about
the
Tyrannosaurus lobotomy.
I really don't mind it. I mean, it's something new. We trying something new. But I've been done with the Pistons for a while. Really, the nail in the coffin was when we signed Jeremy Grant. I'm like, bro, the Pistons for the longest have just been making moves that just contribute to nothing, just throwing money to just throw money. And it's like, it's never been no real sense of direction with the team. And it's been irritating as a fan. So it's like, for an 82-game season, for how bad they be, is hard to endure. So I usually just pick up a second team and just watch them for a season and just latch on to them, because it's like it's so hard to watch the Pistons. But with Langdon, or I don't even know how to say his name.
Trayvon Lasagna.
Tristan fucking, I don't even know.
Tristan Lawrence.
It's like, fuck it, we might as well try something new. And then, like Chris said, bro, he didn't have like some positives where he been at. So it's like, Troy Weaver had positives too, though. So it's like, I guess, are we the curse? Is Detroit the curse? I don't know.
I think Tom Gores is the curse.
There's been one constant throughout this slide, and it's Tom Gores and Arn Tellem. Throughout Stan Van Gundy being here, who the hell, they had different presidents like back and forth between then. When it was Dwayne Casey, now Monty Witt. There's been one constant. It's Arn Tellem. And to the people, I see people, the apologists as well, putting out there that he's only in control of like the money stuff. No, he's not. And by the way, the money stuff also directly ties into what Troy is allowed to spend. You guys know we all had cap space last year, right? What do we do with it?
Yeah.
What do we do with it?
There's a video of Arn Tellem. There's a video of Arn Tellem saying we felt like there wasn't free agents. Like he's speaking on behalf of making the financial decision to not pursue free agents.
Look at what the Rockets did. You were in the same situation as them 2 years ago, and they went out there and they brought guys in. They brought in free agents that accumulated success. Now, it's not great success, but it's better than 14 fucking wins, man.
They played 82 meaningful games. Yes. Isn't that something that the Pistons set out to do?
Yeah.
The Rockets were in the playoff chase until the very last week.
Yeah. Like taste of Linguini, I think he's going to be a good guy. Like, I think he's a great basketball mind, but I don't think he'll be given the opportunity to show that.
He might.
I agree.
Korean Jesus, how you feeling?
I just really would love if someone would spend some money in this town and drop a little bread, other than the Lions, because the Lions are doing it. Like everyone else, let's get on board. We made the city look so pretty and so beautiful. Let's keep pumping some money in here, get more people downtown, and let's get it rocking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Gores has spent money. He's just spent it in the wrong ways. He's overstepped boundaries. So that's always been my thing of my defense of Gores was like, you know, at least he's willing to spend. That's a big deal. And
long day.
He set the record for an NBA coaching contract. Like he spends the money. He has no problem doing that. It's just the fact that the people he has chosen to make basketball decisions have been inept.
And I can't say this enough. Like, Tyrannosaur Lithuania, I think he is going to be a fine man. I think he's a fine guy. I think he's a great basketball mind, great kisser. Like, I think he gets things done. But I don't think he'll be given the opportunity to use his basketball mind.
That's the only piece
like
where...
Troy Weaver, like Monty Williams, who were respected in basketball circles, who were seen as home run hires.
The only thing I see changing is that he will be allowed to, just because he is actually given the title of president of operations. Like there's a hope I'll cast out there, as they haven't had that. I mean, at least have they? Am I wrong there?
No.
No, they haven't, and they were one of the few organizations in the NBA that didn't have that.
So that's what I'm saying. I think that's the one part I will pull away from is like maybe they'll allow this guy to make the decisions, but then again, it still feels like the buddy hire. You know what I'm saying? Versus like
Trajan Langdon's done great things.
What? What's he done that's great? Stop saying that.
Like making the trades, like getting CJ McCollum.
And then what the Pelicans done?
They were injured.
Let's not say great things.
Injured.
That is
done
one of the
admirable
best
things.
roster on paper rosters in the NBA. That's a top 10 roster in the NBA.
Yeah, they're
They've just
injury.
injured.
But then again, some of
They're
the
all
pieces though
injury
weren't brought in on him.
Here's a question that could be a whole segment in and of
As
itself.
David Griffin
is, I think another valuable thing that he brings, if he's allowed to be that decision maker, is I think
Brandon
he's
Ingram.
handled the Zion Williams, Brandon Ingram stuff. I think he's handled the stars ego stuff very well. Remember, he didn't just cave and give Zion the contract that he absolutely wanted. He didn't just, he didn't acquiesce to everything. He's been a guy that's been proven to handle superstars in what I think is a successful way. So I think that's another good thing. Not that Cade has ever been problematic, but that's another good skill to have.
And like I said, testosterone Listerine is a good basketball mind.
That's just a nasty ass combination.
He's a good basketball mind, much like
he's Italian Super
Troy
Cup
Weaver
winner.
and Monty Williams were good basketball minds and fantastic hires on paper when it happened, and then they come here and everything gets ruined because of the fucking idiots we have in the front office named Tellums and Goris. Like, as long as the Tellums are involved, the Pistons will not be more than a lottery team. It's bad. It's real bad, okay? And wait until they sign Tobias Harris to a supermax, and then bring in that, I can't even remember his name, but the guy from the Ignite, the G Leaguer from the Ignite that the Pistons are rumored about drafting because he's a Tellum agent, because Tellum's his agent. Like, it's gonna happen, and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, this kid will be pretty good." It's gonna be Henry Ellenson 2.0, and teachable length doesn't have any say in it because he's got the people above him making the decisions.
I mean, he is an Italian Cup Super winner, so let's stop with the slander.
Look out,
bro. Henry Ellison was a deep pull. You went deep,
bro.
That was low-key kind of racist too.
That was a little racist, but it's all right. We're all white. I can say what I want. Henry Ellison, remember when he was in the fucking summer league dropping 40 balls? Everybody's like, "Oh shit, he's gonna be a dog," and then he didn't do jack shit. So.
Pistons are the king of summer league hype train.
Yeah,
they're the king of it. It's not a good thing.
Yeah, the one thing again, there's no
Tramadol Lamisil.
traveling long day.
Trees on landscaping.
The only thing you can say is that we have to wait and see.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and say he's done great things. Because as much as that Pelicans roster is built to be nice, it was halfway built through David Griffin, who also was one NBA championship.
He also built another thing too. Is he built that entire, including the coaching hire of Kenny Atkinson.
He also hired Stan Van Gundy.
Yeah, but
Stan Van Gundy was a good.
I like Stan Van Gundy as a coach.
He's a good coach.
But hear me out.
It's different.
Think about what that.
No, he hired him over there. Remember, he coached for the Pelicans.
Yeah.
Think about what that Brooklyn Nets team was, though. That was a bunch of scrappy players. It was he went out, he got D'Angelo Russell, he got Karis LeVert for Thaddeus Young.
Yeah.
Like, he made good moves, and he built a culture of like this scrappy team that was like a 7th seed, and then unfortunately it all had to get blown up because Kevin Durant, Kyrie. So like he's built a good culture.
Chris,
too.
I am drawing a line here. There will be no Thaddeus Young slander on this show.
Why?
Thaddeus Young is a dog. He's been a dog for his whole career. Everywhere he goes, he's a dog. He gives buckets, plays defense, and rebounds.
And a dog in 2K.
And a dog in 2K.
Oh, he's a
2K
dog in
legend.
2K.
Like, catch me with Thaddeus Young or Rudy Gay in 2K, I'm giving you 40.
So he made an equal
2K.
trade.
He
made an equal trade.
He made an equal trade, yes.
Jamming on fools with Thaddeus Young.
Thaddeus Young was a dog.
Yeah, you just can't say you're telling me like Tree Lantern's like the guy until
I see it. I got to see it. Yeah, I got to see it. I have to see Telephone Long Neck go out there and do something and win games before I'm like, oh yeah, the Tellum's hired a guy, he's going to be good. Because the track record says he's not. And that's nothing on him. He knows a lot more about basketball than I do. He knows a lot more about player development than I do. But the Tellums ruin everybody. Juices, tell us about the morning show.
Have you heard of our new morning show, Wake Up Woodward? Start your day Fridays, 8 to 10 a.m. live on Woodward Sports. Join Kool-Aid, Flannel Sam, Broder, JB, KG, and me every morning as they cover all of Detroit sports. Sports talk, banner, live fan reactions, all on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Drive into summer and drive into savings during Feldman Chevrolet's biggest Memorial Day sale ever. We're stocked with new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs, all priced to move. Like this 2024 Silverado for only $217 a month, or this 2024 Equinox for as low as $199 a month. Find your freedom in a Feldman at the Memorial Day sale going on now at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
Since 1966, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit feldmanauto.com to find the location nearest you. Catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet every other Monday in Novi.
Good job. Good job, Korean Jesus.
Welcome back to World Heavyweights live on WordSports.com. My boy Eazy joined my guy Rax.
Hello.
Young Chris, no Nicholas Kohloff. He is up north. We have Yin and Yang podcast joining us. I want to get this out of the way real quick, too. By the way, we'll be joined by Khalil later on the show. I think he has more of a positive take, but he also holds pisser credentials. So you know what I'm saying? That's the other thing real quick, too, actually. I will continue on the Tom Gores bashing just a little bit here. Only because when the Detroit Lions were doing pretty bad, what did Sheila Fordham do?
Cleaned house.
Well, yeah, she cleaned
and
house.
brought in people.
But when they were doing bad
during
during the season, she came out and she faced the media. Without, they didn't want her to do that.
She grabbed her nuts,
yeah. She. I don't even know what word to use.
She's got bigger nuts than Tom Gores.
She does. She. I don't want to say manned up. I don't know what words to use here because she's a female. Well, either way, she stood there for the microphones, in front of the cameras, and answered every single question why the Detroit Lions weren't winning. When that question came about for Tom Gores for what, the 9th consecutive year now, I have to say.
I do a lot for the community.
The night before Christmas.
All through the house.
He literally contacted our guy James Edwards.
Yes.
Was like, hey, can you put this piece out at midnight? Just let him know we do a lot for the city of Detroit. Who cares about winning? We're out here making donations. Making tax write-offs. Like, that's what he did. You can't expect me to have faith in that guy. On top of the fact that anytime you ever see him in a public appearance, he's, all due respect, although somebody on the show may or may not have called him a pussy, and then they clipped it and put it out there.
I called him a pussy.
But anytime he's been in a public appearance, this guy's looked zooted out of his fucking mind.
Yeah, dude.
Even when they introduced Monty Williams, the highest paid coach ever, they asked him, you expect the playoffs this year? He gave you an answer. You sum up the ball his life. I mean, I don't know what the fuck he was trying to say up there. He was dribbling words around and mixing that. I don't know what the fuck was going on. It was wild.
Yeah, it's tough.
I can't have faith in that, man.
It's tough. He's out there, drinking Mai Tais, shooting the T-shirt cannons at pedestrians. Like, I don't respect him. I don't believe he's doing a good job. I don't believe he cares. I just think he cares about getting his money. And do you, brother. You made a lot of money. You're very successful as a businessman, but you are a terrible owner. You're probably the worst owner in professional sport right now. And seeing this happen is bad because of how much I love the Pistons. There he is. There's our guy. Look at that throwing arm. Fucking cannon attached to his right arm right there. Howitzer. I just, I have a deep resentment for this man. I appreciate what he has done for the community, for sure. I appreciate what he has done for Detroit and putting out there for the city. And I respect him as a businessman, as an owner of an NBA franchise. Absolutely zero respect. He's the worst owner in professional sport. It's embarrassing to see what they continue to do. And you talked about Sheila Hamp when she
went and faced the media.
Before that, when she realized
after she was advised not to,
she realized the situation was bad, what did she do? She fired everybody and hired guys who know ball to hire people. She brought in Chris Spielman. She brought in guys that know what they're fucking looking for to bring in guys to help the franchise. What did Tom Gores do? He brought in the Tellums. Oh, great job there, bud.
What is it, the braids?
What is it, the braids? Like, come on, man. It's just embarrassing. And then you expect me to have faith in trigonometry long division. Like, I'm sorry. And again, it's nothing on him. It's about the people that hired him and about the people above him. I don't think he'll be able to do what he wants to do.
I will say, though, I think this is, I mean, obviously, if all things go well, but I'm just saying, I think this is their Chris Spielman. This is their guy they're trying to hire that knows ball to make decisions for them. And we'll just see how it goes.
That's the most hopeful spin, and honest to God, I hope you're right, because I think he has every layer of it. Like, again, building the New Orleans Pelicans and Brooklyn Nets basketball cultures that he built or had a hand in building.
I was gonna say,
were awesome. Those are very good basketball cultures. That's what you would aspire a team like the Pistons to have. Is that kind of culture? So you have that. You have good trades. But that's the
thing, man. I can't give him like full credit for that, just because similar situation with Troy Weaver. Although he was part of the OKC and OKC was doing well, and they drafted SGA and all that good stuff like that. But then he leaves, and they're still continuing to do baller ass shit. Like, I can't give.
No, you. Yeah.
I don't even know, trigonometry lactimus. I can't give him the credit for those things. Although, again, he's part of them, but I can't give him full credit for it. That's why I'm saying the people who have like the positive spin or are like S&D already, like, you don't have nothing to stand up. You really don't.
Yeah, it's like tentacle lactation is he's a good basketball mind. He knows his stuff, I'm sure. And I'm sure he's a great dude. And I'm happy for him. I'm happy for his family. I'm happy for him to have this opportunity. But the opportunity you've been gifted is snake oil. Because these guys that gifted it to you are going to make the decisions. They are going to do what they want to do.
Stop.
They're not going to allow you.
I don't think that's the case.
All right, then you.
I think that they haven't had this piece. I think because they've been called out about it. Like, at least I know that we are on this network. I know that Valini had his big rant too. But like, this is the one thing they've done differently is hire a president. And I fully expect them to allow him to make the decisions as if he makes the right ones.
I hope you're right.
But it still is a buddy hiring. You're not going to convince me otherwise.
I hope you're right. I think Toasted Lettuce has all the capability in the world to be a good GM if he's allowed to be.
Lactation.
But he's not going to. He's not going. I don't see a world in which you can blindly believe that. I get that it's a new position, Eazy, but remember, they made up a position just for Arn Tellem to have the position that he has. So like, what is it even
senior
mean?
Advisor to the owner? Like, bro. Senior dick sucker. That's what this guy is, man. I'm so sick of seeing this team that I love so much just be absolutely bent over by these guys, man. They've done nothing. The only thing they've done is draft Cade Cunningham, like, and Jalen Duren.
And they ruined him.
Cade Cunningham, I said it yesterday, like, get out. Like, get out. Get out. Like, honestly, I don't want him to ruin his career because he's such a good basketball player. Yeah. That he deserves to be in a franchise that's serious, and this is an unserious franchise.
That's again that's a unfortunate, ugly truth that I don't want to put out there. I know Easy's going to get mad saying this, but again, he checks every box. He's also been in a situation that dealt with the Anthony Davis thing, and if unfortunately Cade Cunningham, that situation ends up heading that route, I wouldn't blame Cade Cunningham, by the way.
I would not blame him either.
But he's adverse to handle that. Like, he has everything on the resume you want, man. It's unfortunate because I don't believe that he's going to be given the fair shot.
I mean, I can't argue against that just because, and that's why when Space said like clean house, I guess he had a perfect world, but I also feel like Troy hasn't been given the fair shot.
I agree with that too. I feel bad for Troy Weaver at this point. Like, I say what you want. His draft picks have not been good. I will admit that. Like, has Troy Weaver been good? No. Is this completely on him? No. It's not 100% on Troy Weaver. He hasn't done much to help. Like, his draft picks have been pretty shit. His first draft was a complete miss. His second draft, he got Cade Cunningham, which is, congrats, man. You took the layup.
The one to pick, yeah.
But, like, I can't put everything on him because he wanted to sign guys. He wanted to bring in a different coach. He wanted to do other things, and he wasn't allowed to. So I can't put everything. He definitely shares a big part of the blame. Like, he's not just getting a clean slate, but it's not all on Troy Weaver. Taiwan laxative, said John Evans.
Taiwan laxative.
That's a good one.
I saw transsexual Lovecraft in there somewhere too.
Titty Winks Lapasticron. That sounds like a Autobot.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'll be allowed to make the decisions. I think it was a buddy hire, but I think it was that so that they could trust the guy.
Yeah.
But as you said, as Chris said, I can't say that they won't overextend themselves when they feel uncomfortable with the decision being made.
It's just the laws of power, man. Like who gives up power? Not many people. Not many people in this world, especially one who aren't telling him, to his credit, the reason he became the top sports agent in 2004 and 2005 was because you step. Like you take everything you get. You never give. That's how you get there. That's his nature. That's his DNA. So I can't see a man like that seceding any type of power, even if it's a friend. The only time he's shown to secede power is his children.
That's facts. And honestly, we don't even know if he's done it there.
Yeah, that's true.
It is what it is. I know it was brought to our attention that Excel does represent Cade Cunningham, but I don't know if it's Michael Tellum specifically. And I know Excel's like the group, like I think it's AAA or whatever the hell there is. What's LeBron's called?
Clutch.
Yeah.
And
then there's like multiple agents within there. But, I mean, we'll see, man. All we do is wait.
Tactical Labrador is just going to be a cuck for the Tellum, says Nitty Gritty. I wouldn't go that hard, but honestly, like I said, if he doesn't fire Troy Weaver as his first
But that's what
decision,
if you feel bad for Troy, you feel like Troy hasn't been allowed to make his decisions. Like, can we give him another year too? Like, I don't need to see Troy fired. Nobody
attached to the Pistons deserves another year. That's like I don't need to see it happen, but nobody deserves to be back in that front office next year. There is not a single person there that's like, oh, you did a good job, you should be. No, they are all undeserving of their position right now.
I can't wait to see what happens, because you got to understand, going through this interview process, I'm sure he had those discussions of what are your beginning plans, what are your first steps. That's a typical job interview question. That's what I got asked in my job interview. So it's like,
oh, bro's got a new job. Nice flex, man.
No, man, it's nothing, man. It's a lot of money. This isn't about me. This is about the Pistons right now.
It's nothing, man.
Forget about my success.
Shout out to Mason Gillespie. He says tongue down laryngitis will do great. I hope so. Like I'm not praying on this guy's downfall. I pray to God he's the savior. I pray to God he's,
he is not your savior.
He is the guy, but Arm Tellum brought him in. He is not your savior. Like,
Shad says, so just blindly fire everyone. It's not blindly firing everyone. There's enough of a sample size.
Blindly fire?
There's no blind.
Are you blind? You think these guys should be back? Like, what are we fucking doing here?
By the way, I have no problem if Troy comes back. Again, I know what it's been. He's made statements that Tom Gores is like, the fucking press conference for Monty was a perfect example.
Troy,
that was public. That there were butting heads on that.
Steve Wild says Troy's been emotionally abused at the press conference announcing Monty Williams. He looked like a battered housewife. Like he
did. And then they asked him.
That's a question.
Does this mean playoffs?
Question for Tom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey Troy, does this mean you guys make the playoffs? That's a question for Tom. You want to know why it's a question for Tom? Because Tom made the fucking hire.
He doesn't have the decision making.
I'm not here to. I'm not like if Troy keeps his job, I'm not out. I see him getting his fair shot.
I mean, as long as he's not making draft picks, what the fuck's he doing? Because he can't draft.
Troy can't draft?
No.
Troy can draft. You like Jalen Duren?
Yes.
You like Jaden Ivey?
Yeah, not really. I mean, no. I did, but not anymore. Give me one more. Like, come on. I'm waiting for it. Yeah, Cade don't count. He had 3 first-round picks in his first draft.
You like Marcus Sasser? You like Marcus Sasser?
As a role player, yeah.
And by the way, I'll say this for every GM, by the way.
Good value.
The 2020 draft, the COVID draft, I'm not killing anybody for that.
Yeah.
But 3? You had 3 shots in the first round and none of them
I'm not
panned
killing
out?
anyone for the COVID draft. I'm just saying. I said what I said.
I feel you, but 3 shots at Tyrese Maxey is insane.
Or Desmond Bane.
Yeah, or Desmond Bane.
But they still got taken in the back half.
One of the main picks he get killed on is Killian Hayes, but everybody looks over the Sekou Doumbouya pick. That was like...
That was before him, though.
That was before.
Oh, that was before
him?
Yeah. I thought that was the same... that was when
that was
That was just another terrible Piston.
But no, it's just still like, bro, even the 3 picks to try to get... It don't matter if, like, a lot of picks... not a lot of picks. A lot of GMs were getting scared off because of Tyrese Halliburton jump shot. But it's like, if you just look at film... You can see he can hoop.
Yeah.
And you would rather pick that over a French prospect. I mean...
I'm never taking a French... Even if the Pistons got Wemby, he would have been a bust because no Frenchman works out for the Pistons. Ever. It's bad. Sekou,
Fuck your
Killian.
croissants.
I don't even know who else. There's probably another one in there somewhere. Gigi told me he's close enough to France. Tell us about Swiss. Eazy.
I'll tell you guys about Swiss. Make sure you guys, those rates, those deductibles, they're not climbing up. Contact Mark today. It's Mark at SwissINS.com. When we get back, the CJ-GJ drama continues.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Ham for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
This would have Spencer's got the best curated cannabis in the business, the best deals, the best budtenders and more. Make sure you check it out. They're your local cannabis plug for a reason because there's 6 locations more across the great state of Michigan. Must be 21 up and older to participate. That's DispelShops.com. Dispo, your local cannabis plug.
Dude.
Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodSports.com. I'm boy Eazy, joined by my guy Spivak, Rax, young Chris, Yin and Yang podcast in the building. Do you have a YouTube channel yet?
Yes, sir.
Make sure you guys go subscribe to Yin and Yang podcast.
Get in there. Get in the YouTube channel in the chat.
Oh yeah, yes, they could.
They can subscribe.
Hit channel,
It's
subscribe.
actually like connected to my name in chat, so they can just click on my name in chat. I'll put.
I bet.
I was scrolling through Twitter a little bit. I can't believe there's actually people on Twitter like Armin. I tell him know a lot about basketball. It is what the fuck are we? Are you guys like? Is it Stockholm syndrome at this point?
It's got
to where like you're like give them another chance, maybe another chance, maybe a 12-year rebuild, maybe a 15-year. Like what are we doing here, people? They don't know what the fuck they're doing. It's obvious.
It's like walking in on your wife cheating on you 15 times. You're like, yeah, she's not gonna do it this time.
She still loves me.
Yeah.
No.
She knows this hurts my feelings.
Listerine's popping her out. Like, come on, dude. What do we do? I don't know. That's crazy to me to see people defending the Tellums and Goris at all. What is that? That is literally
Lazarus
cuck
Jackson,
energy.
And I follow him too. And he's been a big contributor to Pistons Twitter. Lazarus Jackson, he made that exact comment. He's like, we're gonna sit here and pretend like Armtown doesn't know basketball. Brother, the Pistons are 255 and 457 since the addition of Armtown.
Are we gonna sit here and pretend like they're doing anything good?
Yeah, like
they've made a singular decision to better this roster or this team at all? Are we gonna sit here and act like that? Like they're finally gonna get it on their 20th attempt? Those last 2 hires, they didn't work out, but this time I really got a good feeling that they'll make the right decision this time.
Can you read that?
What are we doing?
What's that one Danny G just said?
Jesus Christ, man.
Tabularization.
Liposuction will be fantastic.
All right, moving on, though. I do want to move on from this. I know we're having a good time knocking them back. It's a Friday show, Memorial Day weekend. Thank you to everyone who served. Thank you to everyone who sacrificed their life serving for us.
Thank you. Yes.
Celebrate this weekend in honor of them.
Neil puts it in a great way for all the veterans out there. They all give some, but some give all. And so Memorial Day, Memorial Weekend is to remember those that gave all.
Yep.
My dad served. A lot of my family members served. I have the utmost respect for anyone willing to put their life on the line and give their life, especially for this country. So hats off to all of you. We appreciate you. That we have the freedom to sit here and talk about the Pistons being dog water because of all of you. So thank you.
Amen. I teased it before break. And Chris, did you grab those pictures from Slack, by the way, by chance?
Those pictures and his tweet.
Do you have the video too, or no?
No. Was there a video?
There was a video in the tweet, but he posted it with a video in a photo. So I don't know if it'll allow you to download it.
Yeah, no, it didn't. But I can grab it. Give me a second. But I got the pictures. I got the text and the pictures.
So let me give the context real quick too. All right, as you guys know, your boy, you're on my side now. All right, tag team it. CJ-GJ, pause.
Yeah. Fuck CJ.
So he dropped the video. He paid for promo. Had somebody retweet it like an Eagles account and to the Eagle stands. Antonio Brown quote tweeted it. Garbage emoji, #trash the CJ DJ song. And then from there, I guess CJ DJ, in which we're working on to get it from Chris, dropped a diss record to Antonio Brown.
And it's bad. This guy is not a good musician. Like, he sounds like he's got marbles in his mouth when he's rapping. It's bad. And like, you know me, I like mumble rap.
Yeah,
like,
you do.
I love Future, love Thug. Like, and this guy is just, it is a tough listen.
Ass.
Stick to waving goodbye to fans, bud, because you're not gonna make it in the rap game.
Stick to getting sit there by white running backs. 'Cause it ain't rapping for you, brother. Either way, Antonio Brown took a page out of your boy Eazy's book.
Yeah.
All right, he took the beat for Steph Bird.
Yeah, dude.
All right, he went and found this man's the mother of his child.
The mother of his child.
What'd you say, Chris?
This is the tweet. He said, honestly, I had to Google you to know who you were at Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. AB featuring your baby mama diss track soon. May have that summer bunny turn your trash diss why she was swallowing the kids. Beam me up, Scotty. Hashtags. Dude, AB, he might be broke, but he is a goddamn legend. And these are texts from
the sex exchange between AB
and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson's baby mama.
Who I don't want to speculate here, but if you read this text exchange, she's talking about getting flown out.
Yeah.
So
he just said she'll be swallowing his kids.
It ain't tricking if you got it, but it's Chauncey Gardner-Johnson's baby mama. I don't want to.
She's the Instagram thought, bro. That's what they do. They get flown out, they get piped, and they get forgotten.
Well, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson got.
He did
because he got that one pregnant.
He got Brittany Renard. He did.
and by the way,
shout out PJ Washington.
I'll keep it a buck with you guys. I DM'd AB and Snow Bunny, whatever the hell her name is. She only has like 5,000 followers.
Oof.
She hit me back. I'm trying to get her on the show.
No way.
I swear to God. And I told her and AB, because your boy been dropping diss tracks lately too.
Yeah.
Let me hop on that motherfucker.
Oh, bro.
Let me get a verse on there.
Heavyweight feature.
I'm telling you.
That would be legendary.
I'm working on it.
And we got beef with Chauncey.
That's what I'm working on it.
Dude, that's a good angle.
Heavyweight feature on the diss track with Antonio Brown and CJ DJ's baby mama.
That would be
who just so happens to be
legendary.
To be honest with you guys,
I know a recording studio in Detroit where Chauncey Gardner-Johnson owes them money for studio time still.
Yes.
To this day. To this day. So, like, we could probably get something happening with them because I know they don't fuck with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson either.
I'm just saying, for $1,000, you can fly out CJ DJ's baby mama, which is wild.
We should fly her out, pop her live on air.
Whoa. Listen, it's a
Make
Friday.
a movie in this bitch.
He's been knocking him back. He said that, not me. But I'm down.
That's crazy.
Heavy's running bustos on our Patreon. Make sure you subscribe.
Make sure you subscribe. Chris, what were you? This is crazy.
It's a good day.
I got the video.
It's Friday.
Video?
It's a holiday weekend.
Play it.
All
Here's a
right.
clip from is it the diss song?
Yeah.
Well,
It's not copyrighted. Do you think this guy's copyrighting his music?
That's true.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson?
All right, I'll put you guys on screen just to be safe.
Oh, there you go. We're reacting to a Chauncey Gardner-Johnson song.
Well, the sound.
Snipey, slimy boy, he lay down for some counterfeit.
Whoa.
Oh, know the boy, he ain't knowing my pockets fat. Traveling around the world, fucking bad bitch in designer fit. Out in Cali, boy, some Blue Jays might take me a risk. Alexander McQueen, new chain, ice on my wrist. Pushing the new same, my boo thing, she ain't taking no shit. Got a parking in front of the spine.
Hey, that shit's trash, dog. Get that shit the fuck off the airways. Bro, that's cheeks, man. That is cheeks.
That was better than Iggy Azalea's boo ba ba ba.
I don't know, bro.
Boom, boom. Skid up. So if you guys are listening and you participate on X, formerly known as Twitter, and you happen to see that AB tweet or the tweet from the baby mama, just make sure you're at your boys and let them know to let the heavyweights on the track. All right, the heavyweights were on this diss track. It'll be a 20v1.
Yes.
All right, we'll take them down just like Drake. Pause. Although really, it was just kind of Kendrick who took him down.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, did you see Drake rapping on the BBL jersey?
Yes, dude.
That was
With
a
Sexy
stupid
Red.
move.
He just leaned into it. He's like, yeah, I see two bad bitches, and then started rapping about his BBL.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy because he's trying to play it off, but it's like it literally just makes him look worse.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm
If you're if it's
I'm
out
a
there,
Drake fan, I'm upset with it. I wouldn't do it.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson might be the next. I don't know. Like he is on the road for a mental breakdown. The shit that he's been going through,
bro. Like, not only is your baby mama like doing some wild shit, but then she also just got like your BM. You got exposed.
Yes, he did
for getting one of those pregnant.
Yeah, Lil Thotty.
Was he hiding the child like Drake?
No disrespect. We're pro-ho. We're pro-ho.
Oh, for sure, pro-ho.
Pro-ho all day.
Pro-ho all day.
Yeah.
But you know what her profession is, and you're hitting that unprotected on top of that?
Yeah.
Wild work. Wild work.
Yeah, I'm double rapping if I'm going up against
crazy.
the Instagram Thotty. I'm flying out.
Garbage bagging it?
Garbage bagging that shit.
Man.
Duct tape. Like, there's not a chance.
Saran wrap.
Not a chance.
Saran
That is.
Saran wrap is
He
in
got
the room.
Brittany Rennered, man.
Yeah.
Even worse, because at least Brittany Renner was like famous and shit. Like this,
Yeah.
That's true.
5,000 followers, bro. I'm telling you, for $1,000, you could be Eskimo brothers with this man. I'm just saying.
We should start a GoFundMe to bang Chauncey Gardner-Johnson's.
I
baby
will
mama,
start a
dude.
GoFundMe. Listen, if you guys want to cash at me and we get this up, I'll record it.
Lions fans, think of this. We get what? 4,000 live viewers in post-game shows. We just need 1,000 of you to send us $1 each, and we could bang Chauncey Gardner's baby mama. Like, that sounds like it's for the culture.
That is for the culture.
Yin Yang, how you guys feel about Chauncey Gardner-Johnson's predicament as it is?
That was trash. Oh my god, that was first the diss track was horrible, but then he's gonna do it to a girl with 5,000 followers.
Yeah,
like he's not even anyone who is anything. Like that's crazy. And then the diss track on it as well. What do you think, Joel?
He talking about do it. That's hilarious. I ain't heard that since like middle school. But no, what you call it? Yeah, no, CJ Gardner-Johnson dumb as hell. Like you said, he about to be on the AB type path. Like he crashing out low key.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah, he is.
He was trying to have beef with the city of Detroit. Like I'm the only one outside. Like nigga, you played week 2, and that was like the last game until he came back to the divisional round.
You
Like,
don't got shit else to do
like,
than play
you had
outside.
nothing but
Yeah,
time on your
literally,
hands
yeah.
to just be outside fucking around.
It's
And, like,
not even film, bro.
That's what you. I was gonna say that's what you spent your time doing, fucking around, like bro, and getting random hoes pregnant, like bro.
And then he freaking talks shit on Philly, and then
Yeah.
just goes crawling back to him.
Yeah.
Like if I can't believe Philly took him back. I'm so surprised. That fan base is so like I don't even know how to describe it.
Jay Washington said, "Imagine Eazy and Spencer training a woman for one easy payment of $1,000. That could be up on our OnlyFans."
I'm just saying, if we make it a song, we're gonna call it Training Day.
Shane D got 5 on it.
King Kong ain't
Shane
got
D got
shit
paid.
on me. Shout out Shane D.
Shout out Shane D. That's a real one.
That was horrible, said Big. They, honestly, like all hate and bullshit aside, that is a terrible, terrible song.
Hey, y'all heard his other songs he made when he was on the Lions?
Yes.
Bro, them was low key kind of decent.
He had,
nice.
he had a couple
They're
good
straight.
ones.
They
He had a
was
couple
kinda-
good ones.
He buys his views though.
He definitely buys his views.
Like because I clicked on one. I was like, damn, this has got like 230,000 views. Like that's a lot. And then like there's like 13 likes. And I was like, oh shit. He bought them views. There's no way you get 230,000 views and like 13 likes. That don't add up.
187 in the Woodward Sports Chat says, "I love this
187.
channel. LOL. Niners YouTube is boring. Hey, we're anything but boring here, brother."
Hey, appreciate you, 187. Let's hit break. Tell us about Les Stanford when we get back. Talk some Detroit Lions.
Let me tell you about Les Stanford. What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service the customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brand you want at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford, together, let's ride.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of. And guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody! Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza is taking over Michigan. You can take it from us. We literally had it for lunch today. The chicken tenders, the potato wedges, and those biscuits. Oh my God, dude, the biscuits are different. They have doubled their number of locations this year. Make sure you go to Sorokis.com to figure out where you can find one near you. Get some of those biscuits. Get some of those chicken tenders. The honey mustard. Beautiful. Sorokis.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live on Sports.com. I'm Eazy, joined by Spimo Rex.
Hello.
Young Chris, Yin and Yang in the building. Read just a couple of comments. This was from Marvin Strong. So CJ, GJ even bragged about him and J-Mo hanging out in the hood when he left.
Yeah, it's...
We just talked about that.
Yeah,
that's what Joel was just saying.
That's what Joel was saying. Like, he was bragging about the only one being in the streets. It's because you didn't have to be at practice or watching film because you weren't playing because you were injured. So obviously you're going to be fucking around the streets. I'd rather have Meek Robinson sitting in his room watching tape at 3 a.m. than you out in the streets.
Yep. Like,
cool, awesome. You're getting used to the city, but fuck, man, they're paying you to win football games.
They're talking about Cats and his 50 million accounts.
Cats does have 50. There's literally, I went because someone got blocked and somebody got accidentally blocked. So I went to the Woodward list to unblock them. It's a graveyard of Brandon Katz accounts. There's literally like 35 of them in there. And most of them are for me because I block him every day on Big D Energy, at least twice.
Mile High is pretty bad too.
Mile High is bad.
I had to ban him like 4 times during your guys' show the other day.
Oh, yeah, I took him. I think I blocked him full time now. But he kept making other accounts as well. But, Spinny, you found an article from 33rd Team?
I did. The 33rd Team put lists out there of the most underappreciated players on every NFL team. And for the Detroit Lions, the 33rd Team said...
You never sent.
Yeah, you never sent? Oh,
No,
damn.
yeah.
Damn.
It's Brian Branch.
Brian Branch. They said Brian Branch was the most underappreciated player.
That was actually funny.
And
you literally said you don't need the graphic. It's just a picture.
No, I did send it, though, but it just I must have closed the app too fast. But Brian Branch, they said, is the most underappreciated player on the Lions team. I don't agree with this. Easy, what are you feeling?
He's the most underappreciated?
I don't think he's the most underappreciated. No.
Yeah. Can I guess who you're going to say?
Yeah.
Frank Ragnow?
Close. But, yeah, honestly, it should be him.
Penay?
I was going to say Graham Glasgow.
Graham Glasgow?
Yeah.
Because but he didn't start the whole season, but you're right.
But what he
That's
can
fair.
do, the level he plays at, how he can play all 3 spots on the interior offensive line. But I think it should be Frank Ragnow. Because Frank Ragnow is the best center in the NFL. And when you look at the way he's talked about the company he's kept in, when we talk about best players on the Lions, Frank Ragnow's not really brought up. We love Brian Branch. I think the city of Detroit and Detroit fans appreciate Brian Branch a lot because of what he does, the pace of play he plays at, his tenacity at the line of scrimmage, his ball skills, everything that he does is extremely impressive. But he's a rookie, so obviously he's not going to be getting all the hype over and over and over. Frank Ragnow has been that for a while. He's been a top 3 center in the NFL for a long time, and I don't think he is looked at enough. Wait, no. Why'd you do Brandon Dogs?
I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
Oh. Sorry, Brandon Dogs. He's trigger happy.
Trigger happy.
No, I could honestly...
He's like a rookie cop.
I only did it for 60 seconds. He'll be back. He'll be back in a minute.
He is like a rookie. He's got the power. He's like,
oh, the donut!
Yeah. All right, I'm sorry. What were you about to say, Chris?
I was going to say, honestly, I feel like you can make, and I don't mean this with disrespect, but I feel like it's easier to make an argument that he's overrated because he's the guy that everybody's picking at to be the step next year.
Brian Branch?
Yeah, Brian Branch. In terms of the attention that he's getting. I'm not talking about the player.
That's the guy you should be aiming at right now.
Yeah.
No, but
overrated.
I'm not saying he is overrated. I'm saying it's a closer
Excessively
argument to
forced
that
this man to
than it is underrated. Every single piece we've had, and we've talked about this year, who are you taking that next step? Everybody said Brian Branch because he showed in his rookie year great potential. So I'm not saying that he is overrated or that he won't have a great season, but I'm saying that the attention is already on him to have a good season. So for him to be labeled the underrated player, the under the radar player, that just shows that they are not connected with Detroit Lions football.
And I got 2 comments to read. Rich Baldwin said, "What happened to Spenny's eyebrows? I just don't have eyebrows. I was blonde when I was a little kid, so my eyebrows are real light.
I just don't have.
They're there though. They're there though. I promise. The lights are a little bright. I normally have the hat in front of me so you can see them a little better." And then Andrew Jones says, "Germ was an All-Pro. He's underappreciated.
Oh,
he is
Germ's
appreciated." He said.
Yeah, that's true.
That
Yeah,
is fair.
so is Frank Ragnow as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank Ragnow. Yeah,
But
he
I feel
got the
like
All-Pro
I'm
nod.
saying by the fan base, and I understand that's part of
I think
the
they love
offensive
Frank,
line mood is like you do the dirty work, you don't really reap any of the benefits. But I think the fan base like appreciates him as a good player, but they don't appreciate him as literally the best center in football. Like how important that is to have. He's going out there with 3 toes and he's blocking Jordan Davis by himself.
I'm trying. I mean, could
And
Taylor
yeah.
Decker be an answer for this one?
Taylor Decker could be up
As
there.
an
Yeah,
underappreciated guy?
I feel like any of the offensive linemen other than Penei Sewell.
But
you
to
could
be
put on
fair
there.
though, offensive line. Well, here's the thing too.
They're
The offensive
very
line. They're always
underappreciated.
underappreciated. Yeah, they always are. That's just like that's the thing. But they are regarded as the best offensive line in the league. So I don't know if they're very. I don't know if you can look at them as underappreciated. Can I be honest too? This one might surprise you here.
CJ
Jared Goff?
I mean, from you.
Yeah.
They chant his name every day.
That's
He's not
very true.
underappreciated,
That's
bro.
very true.
That's a Freudian slip.
People trying to force him in the top 5. He's definitely underappreciated.
Yeah, what?
I think they all get their fair share, man. Really, I mean, maybe Aleem.
What about
Kirby?
What about Kirby?
Kirby.
Yeah, that's what I was
Kirby.
about to say.
Yeah.
That's what I
Kirby's
was
the
about to
answer.
say.
Go off, then I'll let you go.
Yeah, tell us.
All right, I think it's Kirby Joseph. I think Spenny's hit on this a bunch of times because I believe this is where this is coming from. But he misses. He has to make up for so many issues last year of people blowing coverages and him just having to be everywhere. With the upgrades we made to our secondary, he's just going to be able to sit back there, be a ball hawk like he's supposed to be, like we drafted him to be. And I think that he is just – I think everyone loves Brian Branch. Everyone knows how good Brian Branch was because he was a first-round pick, and then he takes that pick 6 back in the first game. Hype train, choo-choo. I think just Kirby Joseph underappreciated.
Yeah. Joel?
No, I actually love Kirby Joseph. He the only player from the Lions that I follow on Instagram. Like, I don't follow no celebrities. I just follow Kirby Joseph because he real as hell.
He is real.
He is
No,
real,
yeah,
though.
that's why I fuck with him. He damn near feel like I'm watching one of the bro stories damn near. But I would say he hasn't played a game yet, but I think that Amik Robertson could actually be the player that we all overlooking. Cause it's like, bro, from the stuff that I've seen about Amik Robertson, he all in with us, and like that seems to be the type of stuff that Dan Campbell and his team favor. So he definitely gonna get a lot of playing time. And then he just looked like, from the tape that I saw in the little games of the Raiders that I watched, he definitely gonna be a solid nickel corner. So, and that was definitely a spot that we needed help with. So, yeah.
No, I'm with you. I think Kirby's the answer, actually.
That was going to be my answer.
Kirby is
but
the
I
answer.
got booed out the room when I was. When I was thinking.
It was not going to be your answer.
Case.
You called Brian Branch overrated.
You said Brian Branch sucks.
No, I did not
You
say
didn't
that.
say
We're
nothing.
not- we're
You didn't
not
mention
gonna-
Kirby's name not one time.
Yeah.
I was going to, but it
I
was
was
a
monologuing for
conversation.
10 minutes and didn't bring up Kirby
You just
once.
get jealous a little bit. I noticed. I peeped that.
No, that's a
Today in the group chat when we brought
About
Nick,
what?
we brought Nick on the sound booth. You got the rivalry going.
Wait, what? Hold on. No,
I'm not
you
gonna.
gotta
I'm not
break
gonna
this
air you
down.
out in the group chat. I'm
No.
not gonna hear that.
We're
out.
not going to air it out.
No, because it's not true.
Got a
It's
little
not
jealous.
true. About what?
I'm not gonna air it out.
Don't air it out.
But no, look, you brought up another good point with about Graham
Oh, I
Glasgow.
know what you're saying.
He
It's
definitely
not that.
underappreciated for the fact that he took a pay cut for us.
Mm-hmm.
For that simple fact right there, he is definitely going to be very
That's
underappreciated.
right. And he can play all 3 positions.
No, yeah, because I definitely thought we was going to probably have to lose him because I'm like, oh, damn, he about to be due for a contract. And then he like, nah. He said, I think he just said, like, they threw me a number that I thought was fair. And he was like, I took it. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to be with the team. And that's the type of stuff. When you build a culture, those are the type of signings you get, and that really help you build a nice, solid foundation.
Graham,
This guy thinks Brian Branch is a cancer.
Graham Glasgow's a really cool guy too. Like if you watch, he streams on Twitch. He plays a lot of Counter-Strike. He's a cool guy. He seems like he's obviously, me and him were cousins, so I know him a lot more than other people do. But I'm gonna change it to Graham Glasgow. Honestly, I love Frank.
Kirby's the answer.
I think what Graham does.
The offensive lines recognize the best in the league. They're not underappreciated, man.
Yeah, I think Graham is as a singular player.
I don't think that either though, because he didn't start all season.
He did
kinda came
after
in
week 2. Like
after
when
injury.
did he start?
No, it was later than that even.
Who was right guard?
Right guard last year, it was Jonah.
No.
Yodi. I mean, it was multiple people. I mean, I love Grant.
Jonah was left.
Yeah,
guard.
Jonah was left.
Let me get it right now. Hold on.
Because he took Vitai's spot. I'm pretty sure he started every game.
He did not start every game. He's. I want to say he played like 14 games. He started 15 games. So week 2.
Yeah, so after week 2, he started.
Well, I don't know if it was week 2, but it was 15 games. So
yeah,
it's 2 games.
In that, he can play every position on the interior offensive line, plays them all to a high level, and he is Frank's backup. So if Frank does have to miss a game because he's getting a new toe sewed onto his foot, he's got the ability to play center at a high level.
Absolutely. I'm going with Kirby Joseph.
I don't hate
most
that
underrated.
Because the way people talk about Kirby.
Yeah, people trying to just trade him, get him off the team, saying all that is the most untrue shit, wild
Hell
shit,
no.
absolute blasphemy. And then at the same time, like, I want Justin Simmons.
Yeah.
Go look at the numbers.
Yeah.
Kirby had more interceptions, more pass deflections, more tackles, and arguably worse defense.
And he goes after kneecaps.
T-Real BHMB
you said it,
says,
not
I'm
me.
lost. Why are y'all beefing with CJGJ?
Oh, man.
It's a long feud. It's a
Welcome.
long feud, brother.
January 5th was the day.
Damn.
I looked it up
Got
today.
that shit etched in your memory, huh?
Well, no, because I
January 5th was
when
the
I
day it all
messaged AB,
changed.
I had to make a compelling case. I looked at the song. We got beef.
Bro's got that shit tatted on him. January 5th.
What was the day they did that shit at the White House?
Oh,
The Capitol?
That was January 6th.
What? No way. Was it
That was
really?
January
Yeah,
6th.
yeah.
That's the whitest shit.
Where were you,
White
Justin?
people shit.
He was wearing a fucking raccoon outfit. And
America.
Dude, the video of the guys coming out of one of their offices, and he's like, "Oh, we've been in there. There's not shit going on." That shit is so funny. Those people, oh
That shit's
man,
wild.
that shit is wild. That shit was so funny though. I loved watching those videos. Let me tell you about Lady Jane's. Awesome is when a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut. That's Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Stop in, sit back, relax, and let what Lady Jane's talented stylists make you look and feel great. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
The game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supplies, hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences, the online and big box retailers, with one major difference. They're family and locally owned and operated for 30 plus years. Over 60 brands of food with nutrition experts to help you. Same day, local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
I'm just saying, check the track record. The first dude was CJGJ.
That's true.
Kicked him out of my city, ruined his life.
That is true.
The second guy was in the morning show chat. Don't even remember his name. Pulled up his girl.
Doxed his girl.
Put a hit on her.
Bro, that was, you guys.
Not a hit,
guys,
but like who hits wins.
Oh my God, bro. I haven't laughed that hard in my entire life. Eazy brought up this dude's girl, threw her picture on the screen, said, whoever bangs her, I will autograph something for you. Because he gave the dude had a yo mama joke to Eazy in the morning chat, and he doxed his girl, bro.
That was insane.
That's crazy.
She had a
And he sent proof.
I don't recall.
She had a sharp ass chin.
She did that shit could
Listen, I feel bad because she's the one that ended up getting like attacked, and that was the point. Someone fuck her. That's the point.
That shit was that shit was so fun, dude. I was literally in tears.
Did somebody fuck her?
Not, it just happened
not
yesterday.
Yet.
Oh,
We're
damn.
still working on it.
This just happened. This
Goon's
just
still
happened.
out there.
Yeah.
If AB messages me back, I'll send him the picture too.
Bro.
Dude. I showed that to literally every one of my friends that don't even watch sports.
That was the
it was just the funniest shit ever.
Dude. I was literally in tears.
Yeah.
I felt bad because I know if he was joking or not. That would have been the worst
He was
part.
definitely joking. It was
I don't think he was joking. No,
it was a lighthearted Yo Mama joke.
There was back and forth beforehand. Not even back and forth, just going at. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck you are. You don't watch my show.
I just feel like a Yo Mama joke is like playground, like elementary.
It was very
playground,
lighthearted.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really.
He said, "All right,
serious.
I'm about to ruin your home." All right.
He did meet the Grams for sure.
He really. I wrote buy or sell on here, but
Yeah, I did drop the
I didn't write
on
anything
stick
down
and
to buy or sell.
I fucking knew it because I was looking at this thing. I'm like, bro, we did all this yesterday. This is well, most of it is. How about this? I do got this because we asked our guests. We'll save this Cade stuff when Koo's on. Koo will be joining the show shortly too.
Shout out.
Jealous, but
no. See, now I know where you were going with it. No, it's not. I'll talk to you about.
I do
jealous.
I do have the college football nickel package we
narratives.
didn't use for Big D. If you want to do that,
no, I was gonna ask what the college quarterbacks.
College football nickel package.
just
Fuck
5 different questions
God,
about
no.
college football.
He's not a college.
Well, I'm not a college football guy, and college football doesn't do numbers.
And it does not do numbers.
All right, I was just throwing it out there.
I want to
No,
ask this
appreciate
though.
you.
No,
Appreciate
I
the-
do appreciate you.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate you. Keep that going. Keep doing that. Hendon Hooker. Why don't I discourage him from coming up with ideas? That's not what I'm trying to do here. Just not-
Shut your mouth and sit there.
yeah. Hendon Hooker. The people talking about trading him.
Mhm.
I know we expressed a little bit on it yesterday. I think it's stupid.
I do too.
Why are we trying to move on from this kid? We're not in a roster. We're not building the roster anymore.
Yes.
At this point, and you guys saw from a guy who used to be a Lions hater, Cody Benjamin, yesterday.
Yeah.
Almost put them on as like one of the most balanced teams in the NFL. What's true? I would put it on right now. They are offensive heavy, yes, and we do have to see the defense prove itself. But like, we are not constructing this roster no longer. Like, the needs feel like they've been addressed. If anything, it's wide receiver. But you listen to Dan Campbell, as we talked to yesterday too. Like, he obviously feels like Jameson Williams going to take a step up. I feel like you keep Hendon Hooker. There's just no reason to trade him. You keep him, and if anything happens, God forbid, you have a capable quarterback who almost won himself a Heisman.
Mhm.
If people want to say it was a system, okay, well, Joe Milton was in the same system. He didn't do dick.
That is facts.
It wasn't the case. This guy, you want to talk about systems, we have a complex one here in Detroit, and Hendon Hooker's been learning that process for 2 years now. I'd rather keep him in this system as the backup on the trip to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I agree. I talked about it when we originally brought it up as Hendon Hooker being right now a break glass in case of emergency type of player. If Jared Goff, God forbid, goes down, you have Hendon Hooker, who has been a part of this system, who has been behind Mark Brunell, Ben Johnson, Jared Goff, learning from these guys, learning the system. You talked about Tennessee system. The Detroit Lions are the same thing, like not gimmicky, but they are a system offense. This offense isn't predicated off of 1 or 2 players and everything's built around them. No, the offense the Lions run is a system. And if you put a guy in there that knows the system, it's going to do well. Hendon Hooker is a much better talent than a lot of backup quarterbacks in the NFL. Having him there instead of a Tim Boyle or a David Blau or any of those bums makes me a lot comfortable when I'm going to get a Super Bowl, just in case Jared Goff breaks a finger, twists an ankle, has to miss a game or two. You put a guy in there that knows the system, is talented, and can keep you afloat for a couple games.
I think our guy Chef Talks Lions makes a great point. Do you guys remember David Blau? No. You remember Tim Boyle?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Fucking horrendous experiences.
100%.
So ass.
Not doing that again.
Yeah.
Not doing that again. Where are you at with it?
I don't even understand why that's entertained. He's on his
wild,
rookie deal. He's cheap. He's developing behind Goff. We have no reason to do so. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I get you might want to retain the capital we lost in the draft this year, but at the same time, who gives a shit? We have more capital next. We have the same amount of capital next year. It's not a big deal in my opinion. I also want to say that Joe Milton's a bum. Go ahead, Joel. What's your thoughts on
Joe
the case?
Milton is a bum. He's got a cannon arm, though.
Yeah, but it literally sits up in the air for 20 years. It's not on a rope. It's the loopiest throw I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
No,
Easy. Who are you talking to in the chat right now?
He's
cousin Keys.
Oh, I'm like, bro, he just going off of somebody.
He's a golf gobbler.
He's a cousin.
But he didn't want to put his money where his mouth is, so now we just know he's a troll. He's been
But no,
exposed.
yeah.
Is this an
really-
easy sportsbook situation?
No, he didn't want to take part. He's a pussy.
You be giving, you be like got Vig and Juice and everything. You the sports book.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
He gives you shitty numbers though.
Shout out to Detroit Sprint. Shitty numbers. What do you mean? 5-1? If it's something you truly believe in.
He's offered 5-1 when the sportsbooks are offering plus 1,300. Joel,
But
look at this
if you
criminal
believe
over
in it
here.
happening,
I do.
Then you don't. You don't.
I already have $125 on this.
All right,
told
put
you.
20 down, or you don't believe what you're saying. And you told me you ain't showed me.
You might be baiting me into this at least $20 because I just want to have that.
Sounds like you don't believe it.
It sounds like you don't believe it. 20 is easy.
He's got a boat.
You spent that on what you did before the show.
In Petoskey, though.
That's lit. You got $20 to spare for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my lord!
He said,
He's
I gotta wait.
scared. He don't mean it.
He said today, I gotta wait for Soroki's. I was like, you don't need free lunch, bro. What do you mean? You got a boat. The fuck?
Boat.
Joel, how do you feel about Hendon Hooker though?
But no, yeah, I was talking to you the other day about Hendon Hooker. I really said that even if he didn't get injured, I believed he probably would have failed to around the second, third round anyway. Like, people doubt me on that, but that's how I just feel. Because, like, he showed, like, talent in college, but it's like, when you really look at how the draft play out most years, most of the dudes that's mocked to go, like, in the numbers, especially quarterbacks, if you really see more quarterbacks, when they mock to go somewhere, you realize that a lot of teams don't really need a quarterback. So it's like, once you get past those teams that needed the quarterback in, like, the top 3 range, it's like, like, who's going to really be judging the quarterback? So that's why I feel anyway he would have probably dropped down to, like, second round. But I really don't feel that we should get rid of him. It's whatever. Like, it's definitely good to have that. It's more so, like, I look at it as an insurance, like you said, like, in case we get a freak injury, anything like that. You got somebody that you've been training. You ready to step into that position.
We
So,
got
way more comfortable that way.
Yeah.
Also, real quick, too, and I think Braylon already said this, but, like, when my man from Pittsburgh got traded, that was like a 4th round pick.
Kenny Pickett.
You saw Justin Fields get traded for like a 7th round pick. Like,
yeah, what are you going to give for him?
What are you going to give Hendon Hooker at this point that's
Nothing.
worth giving up?
Nothing.
It's
That's
ludicrous.
a good point. I
Wild
didn't even
statement.
think about that.
And we have gotten extremely lucky in the last couple years with our injuries.
You watch your mouth.
Knock on wood. I hope it continues. I pray it continues, but eventually someone's going to go down, and you need insurance. You need to have backup. It's the NFL
insurance?
is how deep can you be by the end. Even you need to be able to tank injuries. You need to be able to keep going and keep going. It's a dogfight all year to get to that Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's true. Chris?
I mean, Eazy said everything when it comes to it. The system, the fact that he's a quarterback that's been groomed in this system, like I just on a rookie deal, you're probably not going to get that much value back. I don't see the world in which it's a good move to trade it, because then what is your alternatives? I get that everybody envisions Goff, and if Goff is not the quarterback for this team, then you are probably not having Super Bowl expectations right now with Hendon Hooker at the helm. But there's at least a chance of that Nick Foles type like situation, right? Like there's a chance of a guy that's been in your system 2 years that was a Heisman candidate. Like he's got at least something to offer. I don't see the value in what you're getting. I think it's a stupid move. People are obsessed with assets. They wanted this team to go all in. This team is making all-in moves, and now they're like, wait, but we want more assets.
Mm-hmm.
It's not how it works. You can't trade something and then not give up anything. Like,
and then also to that point, it's like you said they want to build a team. You have to build like a full team. I think people really forget that. Like everything goes into winning a championship team. You need special teams. Oh, wait.
The fuck was that?
Yeah, no. You need special teams. You need.
Oh no, man. Oh,
but yeah, you need special teams, offense, defense. You need all things in that. So in that, you need the depth. And we saw that last year when we had Kendall Vildor downfield checking fucking Brandon Ayuk and the ball pop off his face mask. So it's like depth is important. Like don't every single position.
Don't say Kendall Vildor's not good, or his boys will come after you on Twitter.
Kendall Vildor.
Me and Eazy have had ops. Who's Maurice Hill?
Trinity Benson.
Oh, Trinity Benson. Yeah, Trinity Benson's boys went after Eazy. Kendall Vildor's boys went after me.
He's back in the news. I guess he's.
You know where we stay. You know where the studio's at.
He's drinking.
Pull
relax. Relax.
Pull up.
Relax.
Aliens, those aliens, that goes for you too.
All right, we gotta go to break.
I mean, alien. I'm with the alien smoke though. Speaking of smoke, let me tell you about Glorious Cannabis and their new Ice Water Bubble Hash Pre-Roll, now with diamonds, constantly creating the best cannabis experience. That perfect boost comes from the added touch of pure THC diamond dust, allowing farmers only the highest terps to make the best even better. Glorious Cannabis, check them out at your local retailer or visit gloriouscanna.com.
Glorious.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Dispo Dispensary is the best in the game. They got 6 locations more across the great state of Michigan. Make sure you guys lock in at disposhops.com. Find one near you. They got the best cannabis, the best bud thinners, and the best deals. That's disposhops.com, your local cannabis plug. What up? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on WorldSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my guy Spivak Rex, young Chris. We got the Yin Yang podcast with us, but we are also joined by the host of Locked On Pistons, my guy, Khalil. What up, man? Appreciate you taking the time to join us. How you been?
What's going on, man? What's going on? How you guys doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. Appreciate hearing from you, brother. And obviously, yesterday the big news broke about the president of basketball operations being signed, and I took some heat because I did not pronounce his name correctly. But what I was saying was that I think Pterodactyl Lingerie is going to be a good basketball mind in that office, but I don't think he's going to be given the opportunity to. Just like we saw Troy Weaver not given the full reins.
Well, I want to say I also caught heat, correctly so, because I should know how to pronounce his name. I should have done my work. But I did also catch heat for not pronouncing Trajan name correctly on the podcast yesterday. So you're not the only one. But I will say, I think some of the stuff that's being said about Trajan and Arntellum, I think it's more so who's really getting the strays here. I think some of it is going a little too far and kind of leaving the bounds of reality at this point. But I think it's reasonable for anybody to have second thoughts or obviously concerns about how this team is going to be run and how it has been run. Obviously, I mean, the last 4 years they've been the worst team in the NBA. So I mean, I don't see any problem with that. I just think that some of the things that have been said have been a little bit, I don't think, based in reality. But I mean, I get the concerns. I mean, how can you not have concerns? This team just won 14 games.
And that's what it is. I think he's a great basketball mind. I think he'll be good at his job, but how many times are we going to give them this leash of, like, Troy Weaver was a great basketball mind. He was a great hire on paper. It didn't work out. Monty Williams, he was a great basketball mind, a great hire on paper. It didn't work out. I just don't have faith that this one hire is going to be different.
I mean, I don't think that – I think this hire shouldn't – I mean, at least for me, but for Pistons fans, I don't think this hire should automatically, like, restore all the faith in the Pistons and be like, oh, now here we come. Like, that's not – I mean, I agree with that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that has to be done with this roster, and this team has to do a lot to gain the trust of the fan base back. Like, there is a lot that needs to be done for the fan base to care, for season ticket holders to re-up, to – you know, there's a lot of things that have to be done, and just simply hiring a president of basketball operations isn't enough. Like, they have what's going to happen with Troy, what's going to happen with Monty, what are they going to do with the draft pick coming up, what are they going to do in free agency, are they going to get active in the trade market, how are they going to build around Cade, which of the young core is staying, are they being patient with the young core, do they have a unified vision instead of having so many cooks in the kitchen where it feels like you can't really figure out what the exact vision is because you feel like you're looking at 5 different people's views. Like, they have a lot of stuff that has to happen for sure. So I don't expect anyone to, I mean, I'm not, but I don't expect anyone to just all of a sudden have blind trust in this front office or in the organization so far. But what I will say about Trajan is I think that he is a good hire on paper, like you said. I think he's a good hire. He's paid his dues, started off as a scout, eventually was assistant GM, and then also has been the GM of the Pelicans since 2019. I've liked some of the things he's done in New Orleans, especially how he's really put emphasis on wings and two-way wings, which is something the Pistons haven't had since I feel like I was born, at least since Tayshaun Prince.
Yeah, for real.
So it's like I like the hire on paper, but yeah, they have a lot to prove, obviously.
Yeah, I like what you said with like too many cooks in the kitchen. It's felt like Arn and Tom have been the master chefs. Like they've been the ones that overreach and make these decisions. Like I'll never forget at the press conference when Troy was asked, "Can you see you guys finally making the playoffs?" He literally was like, "Ask him." Pointed to Tom. Like he didn't want to hire Monty. It wasn't his thing. But do you think with Trazadol look at him, you think he'll actually get a fair shake, his opportunity to like make the decisions? Make the decisions that he wants to. Troy Weaver, that is.
We've been saying different names every time.
We were trolling him now with the names because it got so butthurt about the first time.
No, but I wasn't joking. I actually did catch heat for that.
Yeah, me too.
We did
yeah,
too.
Yesterday, I said Trajan Langdon, and everybody's like, "You don't even know his name, or you don't know a ball at all." I was like, "Bro, come on!" It broke during my show.
Yeah, I mean.
Tyron Liquidator.
I should have known his name, but I didn't follow college baspball at all. I didn't even know he played at Duke until his name popped up. He
played at Duke when I was 2 years old. You expect me to know it? Like, come on.
Right. But yeah, I mean, I feel like in a few years, this is just what I believe. I think maybe even this offseason, but I think at least in the next few years, I think fans will start to hear more of what really went on and what really happened with this front office and how things went so sideways. I think a lot of it right now is a lot of like speculating and reading between the lines and trying to piece stuff together. Because did Troy have complete control over everything? No, but I'm not gonna, I'm not revealing too much, but like I just think that there's a lot of things that people don't know, and there's a lot of things that people just assume are Troy decisions that maybe weren't, and some things that people think were Arn decisions that maybe weren't. Like I think overall it falls on all of them. I don't think Troy, was handicapped to where that's why he didn't do his job well. No, he made some pretty bad decisions as well. And I think some decisions maybe fans don't really even know. So it's like there's blame along everywhere for this organization and how it's happened. I will say this though, just for Arn, I did want to make this known. The thing with Arn and the whole connections, and I know like one of the things I've seen a lot of people in the Pistons community talk about is like the idea of nepotism with like Arn and the organization. All I can say is there some like concerns with some of those things within the organization? I think it's fair to have some concerns about it, but when it comes to like Trajan and other players, people need to understand at a certain point, without going too far, that he was a major agent for a long time, and he ran a major agency. Like he's going to have connections. I'd have to believe to like 80% of the league. Like that's just the fact of the matter. When you're that big of an agent, you're going to have connections quite literally everywhere.
Yeah.
And so it's not going to be crazy to all of a sudden, in 2001, he had dinner with this player. Like, it's not like, that's not crazy. It's like, that's just how the job works. So I'm not shocked that he has connections with Trajan or anybody that the Pistons bring in, to be honest. It's just a matter of, in every front office, how you get players and people, you have connections, somebody, like that happens. It's just a matter of, okay, well, your connections work out. And so far, obviously, 4 years, it hasn't worked out. But
exactly. That's what I was getting ready to say. It's like the few connections he has had, it's been bad. It's been bad. The first one I pointed out earlier in the show was like the John Lure contract, but there's been many situations like that. So when you hear a connection to Arn and you're a Pistons fan, automatically I'm just like, no, like, God damn it. Like, I was pissed. You saw the video I put underneath when you initially put him as a candidate.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
And
look, I think it's completely. I do think it's completely fair for Pistons fans if you see like connected to Arn to immediately say, "Oh God, okay, well let's hope this one works out." Because like you can't hide from the fact that the last 15 years have been terrible for the Pistons, and that the past what has it been 6 years since you've been like with the Pistons? Arn 7, 8 years.
Yeah,
like, they just haven't been good. Like it's been terrible. So. Like having questions about how the connections he does have, whether they'll work out, That's completely fair. I just think when it comes to Trajan, it's a little different because he's proven himself and he's paid his dues. He started off as a scout. He was an assistant GM, I believe, with the Spurs in 16, took the job as GM at the Pelicans in 19. I think like the Pelicans have been a good team. If it wasn't for injuries, I think they probably could have done something by now. So I think their roster construction has been pretty good. Obviously he was working with David Griffin with that as well, but I just think that I think Trajan has a little bit more to bank on outside of just connections with Arn. Like, I know one of the connections that people mention is like Buddy. Like, that's like, that one is more fair to me because it's like, okay, what are you banking on? Like, he played in the NBA, he wasn't very good, and then like you're just doing it because of connections. Okay, that's fair. But like Trajan actually has paid his dues and has a good track record so far. So that's why I'm not as sweating it like with Trajan. But I mean, I get it. I understand it.
Yeah, and like we talk about connections, and that has been a big thing that I've seen all over Pistons Twitter. Like, Triangle Land Rover obviously built a great team with the Pelicans. They talk about the Wings and potentially bringing over a guy like that.
You
from
guys
the
have
Pelicans.
these names like on paper, like going off the
like a Brandon Ingram or a Trey Murphy or a Herb Jones. Like, could he bring one of those guys with him? Please tell me we're just not going to see Tobias Harris, and it's going to be that. Like,
we're not going to see Tobias Harris.
Okay, so what I will say at this moment that I wouldn't rule out I'm not ruling out any of these players at all. Like, anything can happen. I wouldn't be shocked if any of the things happen. I would just say temper some of the expectations with Brandon Ingram right now.
Yeah.
I would say to connect some dots that it didn't sound like New Orleans was too, anxious or too excited to give him a supermax or whatever, the max extension, and we're looking to move him. So getting a guy from that organization, I would say maybe doesn't immediately point to he was so eager to then trade for him and give him a contract as his first move with the Pistons. But I wouldn't rule that out. I mean, I think I don't see the Pelicans wanting to move off like a Herb Jones or a trade. Like, that's not going to happen. So I don't think he's going to bring any of those guys. If anyone, it would be BI. But when it comes to Tobias, I think you guys might be a little mad this offseason.
No way.
Oh, no.
So, like,
no.
I mean, Tobias, it's the noise around him has kind of cooled down since like March when it was like really picking up to the Pistons. But no, I still think he's very much in play for the Pistons. And I think if they did, it's going to be like things can change. Like, his performance in the playoffs might have changed some of the contract stuff. But if I had to guess, if they were to sign Tobias, it'd be like a 2-year deal, 1+1 maybe, like $30 million a year just to soak up the cap space.
Oh my God! Oh,
Pistons Twitter hated me yesterday. If we are on air and they ink Tobias Harris to a contract, so I might not be able to come back.
Wait, so let me ask you guys this: why do you guys not like Tobias?
The money
for his production.
Is he a Michael Tellum client?
I'm not sure. I wouldn't be able to say.
All right. Let me find out he is, and that happens. It's over for
the connections for Tobias go outside agency. He has family here. He still has connections. He still comes back here in the off season. Like, so he likes Michigan. He comes back here regularly. So I think the connections are deeper than an agent.
Once upon a time, I liked it. It's just like where's the money fall at? I guess for me, type of situation, especially with like the aprons now with the new look, like NBA salary cap. It's not the same as it used to be. That's not a guy I want to take a big chunk of what we got going on,
I understand that, but I want just to give a little further explanation with the money stuff. If the Pistons were to sign Tobias Harris to I don't think I shouldn't have said 30 million because 30 million is a lot of money, but he probably will. Yeah, it's a lot.
It'd be over for trapping on lactation. Let that happen. Let me tell you.
That is a lot of money. But
Tambourine Listerine wouldn't be ready for that.
Realistically, he probably will be overpaid a little bit if he comes with the Pistons. But the idea behind it, which is why I don't think it would be a big deal, is it would be one of those situations where you're signing him to a short-term deal to soak up the cap space. Because I had Keith Smith. He's a contributor over at Spotrac on the podcast talking about the cap space situations. And the way in this new CBA, what they've built is they want like the higher spending teams and the lower spending teams to not be this far apart. They want them to be like closer. So like you can't head into the season with like so much cap space left over like that. It will immediately turn into cap holds and you'll have to pay it nonetheless. So if the Pistons enter free agency and maybe they strike out on this guy, or maybe they get a good deal on this guy for cheap, whatever. They need someone to soak up cap space. The thing is, it's like you can sign Tobias to a short-term deal. You keep the long-term flexibility. And also, I think what people may not realize a lot of the time is that you need big salaries to do trades. You can't just trade, rookie contracts for max contract players. The salary just won't match up. So having like a $30 million expiring or a $25 million expiring to attach to a guy, that makes it more enticing to do deals with. I think the big problem with Tobias or anyone the Pistons were to sign is not so much the short-term money, because the short-term money you can move around, you can trade. It's still attractive contracts because it's short-term. You can make it a expiring contract. It's the long-term money. If you're giving Tobias like $25 million here for 3 years, okay, now you got a problem. Like that would be an issue. Long-term money that tries to, really handicap you long-term, that's an issue. Short-term money, it's not as much of an issue because you can move off of it and do a lot of stuff with it.
I want to talk about that too, with the trades and acquisitions.
Was it the trades?
What was it? The trades? Jay Knife. Obviously, I've had a long storied record with not beef. I don't mind Jay. I didn't like the fit. I didn't like the fit. That's all. What do you see breaking off from this roster to acquire some veteran leadership or just a veteran piece? Like, which one of these young guys is going to get you the most off the market, and who do you see being, I guess, the first to go?
So I've seen your back and forth with like the Pistons community for like Jane Ivey.
Yeah.
So to back you up a little bit, to help you out just a tad. Now, I'm not going all the way to saying I don't think Jane Ivey could never fit to a guy next to a guy like Cade. Like, at his best, I think maybe he could. But I don't think it's out of the realm of, like, I don't think it's crazy for someone to say who's not a defender, who was in the 14th percentile this past year on spot-up shots, that you're bad at defense, you're not hitting open threes, oh, that guy may not fit next to Cade. Like, I don't think that's some crazy thing to say. That's first.
Thank you.
But second,
he hates him. You heard it here first. No,
I think there's a few. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit my mic. But there's a few pathways that the Pistons are going to discuss taking this offseason. So the first pathway will be like just keeping the young guys and adding through free agency. Maybe get some guys that will maybe bump them down the priority list. Like maybe Duren and Ivy are backups, and they go and sign guys that will be starters and kind of like reduce their load a little bit. I'm not a fan of that opportunity for many reasons. I don't know how much time I got, so I don't want to take over your guys' show.
No, go off, man. Listen, I am honored to have you as a guest.
Yeah, sure.
Go off, man.
Okay, so the problem with the first path for me, and I know this is a path that a lot of Pistons fans want to take. It makes sense. Like there's logic to it. I'm not saying any of these situations or pathways are terrible, but I am not a fan of it because if you're bringing them off the bench, I think they serve more value to the Pistons as a trade chip rather than someone that's playing 20 minutes a game. Like, I don't think that they're contributing more to winning as a 20-minute per game player than they would as a trade chip to get someone back that could play 30 minutes. Like, I don't think the value equals itself there. And I also think if you play them, like if you reach the halfway mark and Ivy and Duren are playing like 20 minutes a game, I don't understand how their value would be higher than it is right now. Like, I'd have to assume the value is lower because they're not like you don't trust them to be playing a lot of minutes. So like I from a value perspective, I would rather move off of them if your plan is to just bench them. I'd rather just trade them for somebody that could help you immediately then, if that's what you're going to do. But okay, so that's the first pathway. The second pathway is this is like the worst case scenario, is that you just kind of like run it back and give them the same responsibilities, which would be absolutely terrible. I don't think that's going to happen. And then the third pathway is you use Ivy or Duren and the pick to try to go get something to help you, build a winning team. And I think that's one of the pathways that they're probably going to strongly consider this offseason because this team is under immense pressure from the fans, season ticket holders, players, the front, not the front office, parts of the front office, and their peers. They're under pressure from literally every angle possible to be good. Now, does that mean they're going to go out there and mortgage their whole future to be a 40-win team? No, that's not what they're going to do. But can they sit back and allow another 20-win season? Hell no. Like that, you can't have that happen. So they're under immense pressure from every single angle, and read into that how you want. They're under every single angle to put a better product on the floor this offseason. It has to happen. So if you're looking in that perspective, what's a better way to do it than packaging a 5th pick in a weak draft and one of your young guys that maybe you're not as high on anymore to go get somebody that can help you win immediately? I think that's something that they're going to strongly consider. Whether they end up actually doing that, I can't say for certain right now. I don't know. But I do think it's very much on the board of something that's going to happen. I think the two main pathways is either you do that or you say we're going to try and continue to thread the needle, which is something I think that they've tried to do for years now of we're not going to give up any young guys, but we're also going to try to be better in the short term. Like we're going to try to be better this year, but we're not going to get rid of any of the young guys. And that hasn't worked for 4 years. Like I would not continue to do that. So I would go more aggressive. But either way, yeah, I think it's possible that they move off of one of these guys in the 5th pick to get somebody. And if it was me and I had to choose one of the young guys to move off of, it just depends who's available. Because for me, I'm higher on Duren right now than I am Ivy. But the thing is that maybe, yeah, exactly. So it's like I don't know. It depends who you're getting. Like if you can get a center, then you probably want to move off of Duren. But like. It's tough. It's really tough because Duren probably fits the best with Cade just naturally. Like his kind of play style just fits with Cade. But it's also like, okay, do you think Duren can ever be good defensively? Because he was atrocious this past year.
It was bad, yeah.
He was just flat out horrible. So if you don't believe your center can be good down the line defensively, then you have there's really no future for him being impactful. And then it is with Ivy. Do you believe he can eventually fit with Cade? I don't think so. I'm out. I'm out on Ivy right now. I know Ivy is loved by Pistons fans, and this is not me saying I don't think Ivy will never be a good player in the NBA. I think it's probably likely that he becomes a good player in the NBA.
I'm with you.
It's just that he's not. He's not. If I had to pick a player of what I want next to Cade, it's not Jane Ivy. Like that's not what I would pick. So, and I think that this offseason is all about make Cade happy and build around Cade, and I would just get like better fitting players. Like that's what I would do.
What about the guys that we got last year? Do you think any of them stick long term, like Fontecchio or Quentin Grimes, or any of the guys they cured by moving their older pieces?
So I think Fontecchio is 100% coming back. I was at the exit interviews this past like 2 months ago, I think, or maybe last month actually. And Simone Fontecchio, when he was asked about his future with the Pistons, like his face lit up. He was giddy. He's talking about how he wants to return to Detroit. It's all he cares about. He just wants to come back to Detroit. He's going to sign a long-term deal here that he's let the front office know he wants to sign a long-term deal here. The feeling's mutual, and that will be the main focus of the offseason to get a deal done. So I'd be like, I'm willing to bet my entire bank account that he's like on the team next year after signing a long-term deal. So Fontecchio, I think for sure he's coming back. I think he's the best fit. Like that's probably one of the best moves Weaver's done, like in his 4 years, getting Fontecchio. He was great. Grimes, if I had to bet, I'd say he's back, but I wouldn't say like it's 100%. Things can happen. I think his play style fits next to Cade, but the problem is like he dealt with that injury after being acquired by the Pistons, so you never really got to see a full look at him. He does have a bit of a track record, like some history you can bank on him being a decent good three-point shooter and a feisty defender. So like that's the kind of player you'd like next to Cade. So I don't think they're going to like bring him back to be the starter or anything, but I do think if I had to bet, I'd say it's likely he returns, but I'm not as sure on him.
Cool, man. I appreciate you taking the time. If you guys haven't heard the young man before, he's live weekdays, actually every day, if I'm not mistaken, on Locked On Pistons.
Yep, sadly.
Hey, plug your stuff, man. Let them know what you got dropping. Plug the Keith podcast, too. That sounds interesting.
So I got Locked On Podcast, the host of Locked On Podcast, obviously for Locked On Network. I just recorded an instant reaction episode to Trajan Langdon getting hired. Also have an episode coming out tonight with Ant Wright talking about the 2024 draft, how weak it is. Is it actually as weak as people think it is? Who should the Pistons select if they stay at 5? Where some interesting trade back scenarios. So got all that stuff coming. I also got some cool guests coming on the next week or so. So go ahead and check me out over there if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Appreciate you so much, Coop.
Appreciate you, man. We should get you on more. Thank you, brother. What is it, the trades?
What is it, the trades? That was a good one. I wanted to ask him about the Drake Kendrick because I know he's a Drake guy.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a big Drake guy.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, I wanted to talk to him. But That's for next time. Let me tell you guys about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, they'll experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all of that for just $10 a month, no commitment. No matter where you're at, there's a Planet Fitness close by. More than 50 in Metro Detroit and thousands more throughout the world. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
And now let me tell you about merch. The best place to get Detroit sports merch is WoodwardSports.com. Click that shop tab today.
Merch!
Get yourself some brand new merch. They got hoodies, tees, hats, all that at WoodwardSports.com. Just by clicking that shop tab today, you can get yourself some brand new merch.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out PremierPetSupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody!
What's up, everybody? Neil Rule, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, home of the Planet Fitness Studios. Let me tell you a little personal story about myself with Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness helped me change my life, and it can do the same for you. The best gym in the gym game. The clean facilities, tons of cardio equipment, tons of weights as well. And look, through all the price increases, inflation, all that, hasn't happened at Planet Fitness. Still $1 down, $10 per month, $24.99 a month for the Black Card as well. It's Planet Fitness, everybody, where your fitness is essential.
Wake up out of your sleep with Woodward Sports' new morning show. Wake Up Woodward, Monday through Friday, 8 through 10 a.m. Live on Woodward Sports. Join Kool-Aid, Flannel Sam, Brother, JB, KG, and me every morning as we cover all of Detroit's sports talk, banter, live fan reactions on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
And let me tell you about Guardian Alarm. Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You call them anytime, day or night. You know a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800-STAY-OUT. That's 1-800-STAY-OUT, and let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
What is it, the braids?
What is it, the braids? Mailbag.
BBL Drizzy.
Dude, I can't believe he did that. Like,
That was, dude, him jumping on the song with
Sexy Red ain't the one to come back with. That's for sure.
Yeah. He should have let it breathe a little bit before he hopped on the
Bro,
Sexy Red
I would fuck with Sexy Red so much more if her music wasn't fucking ass.
Her
bro.
music is terrible.
It sounds like she's move like, she don't give a fuck.
Glorilla shits on Sexy Red.
Oh, Glorilla's gas, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, you know how I knew she's gas?
Yeah, Glow.
Yeah, literally Bryce in the back seat, like, yeah, Glow, yeah,
Glow.
yeah.
That's a vibe, bro.
And she got this one song with Meg Snap.
Oh, Meg's
Meg
goat.
Snap.
Oh my God, Meg the Stallion.
Oh my God. Speaking of Snap.
Speaking of Snap.
Crack.
And
Bang, bang, bang!
Speaking of beefs too, that's gonna be another one that's gonna come back. That one's not done. The Nicki Meg thing. That's gonna come back as they're dropping.
To be honest,
Hey, free Tory though.
No.
That's so crazy.
Mailbag.
So
Thoughts on Ian Gary versus MVP being announced for UFC 303?
I cannot wait.
That's going to be a great fight.
It's gonna be a banger.
That's a banger fight.
You watch UFC?
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh, we became more friends, better friends. I love UFC.
More friends.
Do you genuinely think McGregor's gonna beat Chandler?
No.
I don't see it. It's
No.
If he keeps it standing up, maybe. That's his
No,
only
Chandler's
chance.
going to take his head off, dude.
I was watching the Poirier fight today between Chandler and Poirier, and Chandler controlled.
He's a hockey guy. He says his name actually French.
Yeah, I don't think he even says it that way.
He doesn't. but it's a French name.
All right, well, stop that.
What
That's
say,
weird.
say
What is it, the
Detroit.
French?
You
What
say
is it, the French?
Detroit. You say Gressois.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Poirier.
The Diamond, Dustin.
Okay.
Whatever.
I'm on.
Chandler controlled that entire
Lord,
fight
this cannabis.
until Poirier
Jumped
jumped on his back and got his back. And I think Chandler is just going to honestly beat the shit out of McGregor, and Vegas is going to trap everybody into betting on McGregor.
No, yeah.
Well, here's the dangerous part.
Michael Chandler's
McGregor
gonna
is
mash
better on the feet.
He definitely is, no doubt.
That's
But when's the last time
and-
he's been in the octagon, bro?
Oh, it's been a minute, but he's got hands.
He
Like
does.
his whole life.
And he's got
I don't know, I
shoulders.
can't say his whole life. He's got
But what's
shoulders.
his gas
Knees
tank
and
now?
toes. Knees and toes. Yeah, no, well, that's the other part, too. Though. Now they're fighting, what, 180 or 170?
185.
Yeah, 185.
What's his gas tank look like? He's taking years off, coming back from injury. Chandler hasn't been active.
Smart money's
but
definitely on
recently
Chandler.
active.
What are the odds?
It's even. That even. I think it's minus 120 for
I think it should be
McGregor
that way.
and plus 110 from
Wilson
Chandler.
says Connor's going to KO Chandler.
Chandler can easily just wrestle him.
But Connor
and
is
win the
also
fight.
a counter striker. So if Chandler goes in there aggressive
That's what
as
I'm
shit,
saying, bro.
Slide one. Whop.
It's not like I don't think even odds is crazy. Like Chandler should be the favorite for sure, but like he don't fight. Like,
He's not the favorite.
it's like-
McGregor's the favorite.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Same thing with Justin Gaethje. Gaethje can wrestle guys if he wanted to. Yoel Romero
But he doesn't.
was a fucking gold medalist
Yes,
wrestler,
but he
not a gold
doesn't.
medalist. But no, was he gold?
Yeah.
That's crazy. And never wrestled.
Mm-hmm.
That makes no sense. You could be a champion if you just decide to wrestle.
D Money's,
What are you
or
about to say?
wait, where was it?
Hold on, Jesus is gonna say something.
Shavkat Rakhmonov will be a future champion because of the
He's a
fact that
beast.
he's so dominant in all levels of UFC.
I'm not mad at that.
Aaron to the Stone says, Spemo easy, yes or no on tequilas? We are big tequila guys.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, I love me
That
some
Don Juan.
tequila.
At Don Juan.
Yes, sir.
Runyon says, Mailbag, how
Real quick,
much?
who you got in the MVP versus Ian Gary fight?
Probably MVP, honestly.
If they say stand up, I got MVP.
Yeah, dude.
If Derek Gary can get him down, I'm gonna get Gary.
You can't like imitate MVP style in camp. You
Bro,
can't.
he clowned Kevin Owens.
Yeah, he really did.
That was
shit was
shocking.
crazy.
I was shocked. He proved his pedigree in that fight.
Yeah, Kevin Howard was even in his corner like, I don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah, he's like,
too fast.
Yeah, he's like,
faster
I
than we
can't
thought.
fucking hit him. He the way he closes distance.
Was it the
is
spinning elbow he kept
insane.
catching him with
Yeah.
too? Yeah, that shit was wild.
I was really hyped for Ian Gary, Colby Covington, though. I did not
I
like
fucking
Colby
hate
Covington.
Colby
I
Covington.
fucking
He's
hate
such
Colby
an
Covington.
ass.
He's the biggest cuck in the world.
He is a cuck for well. I
Easy.
wouldn't say the biggest cuck in the world. What's
Yeah,
his
it's
name?
Tom Gores.
Yeah.
I'm hitting who
No.
else? Oh, Ian Gary.
Ian
Yeah,
Gary.
Ian,
Yeah,
Ian
yeah,
Gary.
Battle of the Cucks.
Ian Gary Machado is literally the biggest cuck in the world.
Yeah,
Is that the
it's
dude with
actually
where
wild.
the girl wrote the book? and-
Yeah.
Yes.
She's bad
he's-
as fuck.
yeah.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Oh, Runyon,
He can bang though. He can
how
fight.
much does Mike Florio hate the Lions' success? Probably a
He
lot.
fucking hate. Oh man,
Yeah.
every night he's Cuba Gooding Jr. in his fucking room swinging, fucking mad as hell. And then you gotta watch fucking JJ McCarthy be ass in training camp. All the reports, but he's a rookie. That's gonna happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
By the way, if anybody's following NFC North News, please unfollow right now. Anybody that sees a tweet from
NFC North News is the worst.
it's fake.
They're
It
just
is
bullshit.
fake.
They said
It
there
is
was a dead
wild.
body found in Ford Field a week before the draft.
Yeah.
Like
Stop.
What?
they posted that and it got like a lot of response. People were like, oh yeah, Detroit's so awesome. It's like, no, this is just a bullshit ass account. Like ML Football, Dove Kleiman,
Yeah.
all those like.
What
they're
is he
just
North News is
trash
even
accounts.
worse because they make like
They just make
it's
shit
fake.
up.
Yeah. They're trying to be funny.
Yeah, no, Twitter accounts like that pissed me off because I was looking for stuff for our college football blitz and I found this in a list and it was by an Ohio State fan and you could see
The bias.
It
Yeah.
was so strong. Anyone who doesn't have an SEC team as number one this year, you're crazy. But the Ohio State still has so much to prove.
Yeah, Glow.
Yeah, Glow. You're about to read a question though.
I think I lost it.
Oh.
Christian Howell. So I've been thinking about the week 1 Stafford return. We need show clips of him on the big screen, like after the game saying, I'm happy for the players and all that BS. Boo his ass, Detroit.
I remember
Boo
he
his
was
kids.
conflicted.
Boo his kids.
Boo them kids. Don't boo the kids.
Boo the kids. Boo
Don't
them
boo the
all.
kids.
Boo Kelly. Boo the kids.
Don't boo the kids.
Boo the Rams. Boo them all. And we're going to whoop their ass by 2 touchdowns.
I got a mailbag question for Joel.
What it is though?
Let me hear that lock, boy.
Whoa, hey, yo. Relax, Josh. You about to get beat the fuck up. Yeah, it's crazy.
That was a strong boy, dude.
Wow.
Not like that.
You can't
Hey,
be from
yo.
West Bloomfield saying that shit, bro.
Hey, yo.
Hey,
They
that's
have
wild.
Boats and Petoskey.
I was about to
Same
say,
way.
Petoskey
I was just
came
trying to
out of
hype
that
you
one.
up. My
Petoskey
bad.
came
My
You gotta
bad.
give him your vote now. That's fucked up.
But no, what you call? I'm rocking heavy with PJ Washington. Plus 15 plus. It's at plus 175, bro. PJ Washington really.
That was crazy.
Yeah, no, PJ Washington really about to get 15 any game of the night or any night. That's what I really should have said. But
You know who's another good one to look at in that game is Derek Williams.
Derek Jones?
Not Derek Williams, Derek Jones. Yeah,
Yeah.
Derek Jones.
That's
Because
definitely
he's the
another
guy
guy.
they leave open. So all he's got to do is hit like 2 threes.
Yeah.
His
No,
over-under is
definitely.
always at like 9 points.
Alan W. Mail sack. How would you recommend someone who doesn't know nothing about UFC get into it? Just start with the next pay-per-view? Yeah.
There's free ones on TV too. Those are the weaker cards normally.
If you don't have-
honestly, they're
find your
trying for
friends
the
that watch
finishes really hard because they need that extra payment. So some of those are pretty lit. But yeah, just hit up your friends, hit up some people, watch the next pay-per-view. Chandler and Connor, I think, is the next pay-per-view, and that's going to be a great card.
How I did it was for me because I just got into it like last year.
Yeah.
And
It's an
I
amazing
was sitting
sport.
down on the couch with
That
my
hat is dope
boy
as fuck,
who
by
was
the way.
watching a
Your
YouTube
who?
documentary. My boy.
Oh, well, come on. Yo, relax.
My
boy.
Whatever. I watched this John Jones documentary, and it goes through his entire fighting career, and it was just so impressive. And it immediately got me hooked. I had to watch the next pay-per-view, and it was actually a John Jones pay-per-view. So
Yeah.
it ended up working out that way.
John Jones is the GOAT.
He is the GOAT.
That shit was some goat shit he did.
For sure.
My best advice, find your boys that watch. Either go to their house or just pop up at B-dubs.
There's
Sit at
nothing
the bar, knock a few back, and just watch.
Nothing like watching a card with the fellas getting hammered and all you
man.
just screaming at the TV, gambling
Facts.
your hearts out.
Who's the most exciting fighter he should YouTube?
Hmm.
Justin Gaethje free fight.
Justin
just YouTube
Gaethje, yeah.
Justin Gaethje
Holloway?
free fight.
Holloway's
Yeah,
great.
but I don't think he'll be on YouTube yet, the whole fight. It's different than when you're watching it live, too, because you don't know that shit's going to happen. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Robbie
no,
Lawler.
100%.
Robbie Lawler.
Robbie Lawler.
fights.
Ooh, the red war
Yeah.
between him and the French dude.
Poirier Chandler. I just talked about it.
John Jones
Poirier
Machida.
Chandler.
Or was it
John
no,
Jones
that
Gustafson.
wasn't-
Hey, you know what? Watch the build up to McGregor Aldo, and then watch McGregor
Yeah.
Aldo.
Yeah.
When
Watch the McGregor documentary,
McGregor
actually.
crop dust Aldo because that shit was off. But that'll do it for
that's
us today.
fucking
Appreciate you all tapping into the heavyweights. Again, thank you to the veterans. And this weekend is acknowledging those who did not make it home. So
Yeah, Glow.
shout out your families. Shout out to all of them. We appreciate your service and have a great Memorial Day weekend. For terrible timing on that one, brother. For Eazy, for Joel, for Justin, for Chris, I'm Spencer. Have a great weekend.
You're the
we'll
big
see you guys
nose.
later. Peace. Yeah, Glow.